Hey everybody, welcome to the Unity Gaming Podcast, episode 94. It is Thursday, December 5th, 2013, and I am Somppi.
I'm Riccio.
And I'm
No,
Kumar.
I'm Riccio.
Why are you taking so long?
He
I
wasn't.
can't hear Kumar.
He
though.
wasn't in front of the stream actually.
It's okay.
Yeah. So we are
doing?
down a man today, unfortunately, and I'm a game over in this game. It's a
We are down a
disappointment.
fine man too. Dan is a gentleman.
I like to classify him as a captain. A Captain Brenner, if you would.
Good way to look at it.
He mans the ship called the HMS Unity, which is now currently
Hot Mama
trading
sandwich.
the Hot Mama sandwich.
I have no fucking. That's the worst. That was the worst. That was the
You're
worst.
off your game today.
he's
Did I
always the worst.
have I been stealing your essence?
I am tired.
I've been slowly siphoning. You wanna know why you're so
Winter's
tired?
got me down.
Riccio, you wanna know why you're so tired? I've been slowly sneaking into your room at night and draining about half a quart of blood.
Oh, okay, blood.
Oh God.
I was like,
And I'm gonna store that blood to that moment where you need some sort of blood transfusion, and then I'm going to blackmail you because I will not give you any
to
other
say for the
blood.
record that I don't want to be a part of this at all.
Kumar, you now know about
Kumar
it. So I'm
is-
taking you and Devin to court.
Kumar is
God damn it.
currently
Everybody's going to
housing the
court.
blood.
You get to go to court.
He built
You get to go to court.
he built a small shed in his backyard that he just lined with dry ice, and it just has this big bucket. It's open. We're not really sterile keeping this sterile. It's just an open bucket of blood. Just
Wouldn't it just like dry and? Actually, I don't think a giant bucket of it. Why are we even talking about this?
Okay, we need to solidify the logistics of this. Would like a
No, we
mason jar
don't.
work?
We don't need to put any
I
more thought
don't
into this. at
even
all.
know what kind of blood type I have actually. So
It's
I'm yo.
Riccio positive.
Universal donor?
Ricci O positive. Really?
Probably shouldn't
Oh
be
my
stating
god.
that I am a universal donor.
You are? Great. I'm
Yeah.
gonna come and steal your blood.
I was just gonna say I had a feeling you'd be the next person, or I'd be the next person.
You know, you can make a lot of money by selling your blood,
Yeah, but I would rather keep it inside of me.
but you could regenerate it.
Goddamn freak.
Why did I just?
It's free money.
To me, like, you know how you can only go and donate blood.
Yeah.
When you say, "Oh, you could get money for it," I just picture you like doing a little gash, and then like just so it does like that gas thing where then it starts pissing out. It's like a bottle. And like, oh, okay, that's good enough.
What gas thing are you talking
You know
about?
how like when you and then it's,
oh, like you're siphoning gas?
yeah. But
So you just stick a tube into Kumar and suck on it a little bit?
and then it's
Just
the sound effects. Are
bleed
fantastic.
Kumar dry.
Both of you guys so much.
Leave him a desiccated husk.
You're
Ugh.
both the worst. Both of you.
Well, I think we can safely drain about a liter before you start to feel the effects.
Well, I donate already, so I'm kind of.
So we could do a liter and a half. I wonder how much a liter of blood goes for on eBay.
I'm digging this hole deeper and deeper, aren't I? By just
Yes.
giving all this information to you guys.
This episode is brought to you by Vitamin D
for donating.
for donating and getting Riccio's energy levels up to 9,000.
I had a really, really terrible sexual joke there, but I'm going to keep
Okay,
that to
let's-
myself.
What have you guys been playing this week?
Wait, I want to hear how you guys are doing. I haven't spoken to you guys in a while.
I spoke to you last night.
Okay, yeah, but I don't care
Kumar.
about you. Sompy, how you doing,
How
man?
you doing?
Not bad, actually. Work has been busy lately.
I'm kidding, Riccio. You're a bro.
And I have recently, at the very end of the Steam fall sales,
Yep.
or spring sales if you're in Australia, I picked up Metro Last Light, and that has eerily consumed my life.
I don't know why, but I was convinced that you already had it.
No, I had Metro 2033 and all the Stalker franchise.
Oh, right. Okay.
Um,
And so you're pleasantly happy with Last Light as well?
that game takes everything I love from Metro 2033.
Yep.
Takes all of the great atmosphere from the Stalker games
Feeds it with cocaine.
and just legitimately ties it up into a room and like just throws kilos of cocaine at it.
You like this cereal? How about cocaine cereal?
Yeah,
You like steak dinners? How about cocaine steak? Tip, there's no actual cereal or cocaine. It's just, damn it.
so
It's just steak.
the game you don't have to have played Metro 2033 to get Last Light or understand the story, because in the first 15 minutes it just fucking rehashes the complete ending of 2033.
Yeah.
So spoiler alert,
Just
I
like
guess, for anyone who hasn't.
straight up fucking tells you.
And they make sure you know which ending of 2033 is the one that they went with.
Yeah. So
Nice.
there's no like.
Doesn't matter what you chose.
Yeah, it just legit
Wait,
fucking.
so it doesn't even like it doesn't take into account your like a previous save or anything?
No.
Nope.
Jeez.
But I think I'm about halfway through the game, maybe.
Yeah.
And
Wait, are you talking about from that video that you sent us today of the ghost shit?
yeah,
Is that where you are?
I'm about. I ran into a caravan, if you remember that part.
But is it near that part though?
Yeah.
Okay, you're probably almost not even halfway.
Really?
Not even.
Oh, thank God that game's so good. I'm not disappointed
Yeah.
at all.
Yeah.
That one.
Yeah.
That was the room off of the railway track with the
Yeah.
car.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, you're
Just about halfway.
yeah, you got so much. You still have a lot to go. You have
That's-
you have a lot.
You know what? I'm perfectly okay with that because currently right now I can only play that game in about an hour and a half at some parts. The reason why is because I've got really good headphones and they recently came out with a surround sound driver for them.
Jeez.
So
That sounds awesome.
they sound really, really good, and it's absolutely terrifying when there's a section that has giant spiders that are like bred with a scorpion,
Yeah.
and they make really terrifying sounds, and they scurry. Gravity has no effect on them, so you'll see them in your flashlight, and they'll just like scurry up a wall and then like run over the roof and then back down, and like you hear them everywhere. And there's these little things that like blow up and like little baby ones come out,
Yeah.
but they make the same kind of like scurrying sound. And
Sounds horrifying.
oh my God, this one part I actually had to like alt tab out, put on some really fucking happy music, and then like lower the game sound because it was too like
Just too freaky.
it was too freaky for me. And I was playing it at like 2 a.m, and it just was not doing me any favors by just
And I thought I was a sissy.
I can't play scary games either. So I'm like,
Both of you.
that game.
mind you, it's kind of weird because I went through I've been through the first 2 Dead Spaces multiple times, but I feel like I got comfortable with those. And
Yeah, I feel like I'm definitely going at this game with a little more not gung ho, but like the Stalker games when I first played them, I was really methodical about it, and like everything had to be collected, everything had to be done.
Yeah.
With this game, I'm getting a great sense of immersion into it. The sound design is absolutely amazing, so everything sounds really crisp and clean, and gunshots that are silenced feel really good, and like
the game looks real good.
oh, the game just looks phenomenal. Particles are amazing. You're going through these like underground tunnels, and you'll see like light beams come through, and you'll see these absolute like insane dust effects where
You're
things
playing
are.
on a decent rig too, right?
Yeah, I'm playing on something with 16 gigs of RAM, a 6-core processor, and a 760 graphics card.
Jeez.
And I'm gonna be slotting in a 7760 next week.
A 760?
Second at 760.
Oh, a second. I was like, why'd you just put a fucking ATI card where your shit is busted?
No, I was also debating on taking that 760 out and putting it into my Steam box, and putting a 770 into my PC, which I might actually do that because I feel like, but at the same time, I don't know that I would
Hey, Devin.
utilize the 760 that much.
PlayStation.
That's the thing. Is
Fuck
this
your Steam box. No, I'm kidding.
this has legitimately ripped like my attention away from every other game I was playing. Like I booted it up and I played probably in the first sitting like an hour and a half, and I couldn't think about anything else. I like put it down. I tried to play something else, and it just kept on coming back, being like, you need to keep going. You need to keep exploring. You need to keep figuring this out. Like the story is, it's not the greatest written narrative. It's pretty good. You kind of keep wanting to hit the next story beat and move on. But I think the thing for me is like they kind of it's fairly linear most of the time, but they abandon you to it. So there's all these like little passages you can go off to the side, or little areas you can explore that have little like hidden bullets or different things like that.
Bullets are like your currency, right?
Yeah, so
Like the-
you've got pre-war bullets, which are your currency, and then you've got handmade bullets, which are like they call them dirty and they don't work as well.
It's like you said, ham made.
No, they're they're made out of ham.
You shoot meat at everybody.
You fill your gun up with mayonnaise, and I'll fucking.
The thing that I recommend for anybody who's going to be playing this game is scavenge as much as you can, or constantly fill up your ammo. I found myself in moments where it got really intense for me because I would play, like I'd be in the middle of a firefight, or I'd be fighting mutants or something like that, and I would hear because I'm playing on Ranger mode, which has no ammo counter, no button prompts for picking up loot, no it's no HUD, no nothing. So it's pretty immersive. So like the first little bit of the game, I wasn't picking up any bullets because I didn't see that button prompt to like hit X to pick up. So like you just roll over to a guy and just kind of like mash X, and like things just disappear off of him. It's not, you don't see him like
bullets.
Yeah, you don't really see him like kind of pat the guy down.
You do it to all the guns too, by the way.
Yeah, no, I've been doing it to the guns as well. And if you hold it down, like your gun, you just like drop your gun and pick up this other one, which got really annoying. So, yeah, it got really fucking annoying. So what I was finding myself happening was like in the middle of a firefight against some mutants or something, I'd be shooting, and then out of nowhere, all you hear is your gun go dry and just like click, click, and you're like, oh shit, what am I gonna do? And there's like a wave of shit just like running at you. And you like
Must make it pretty cool though. Like when I know it's shitty, but it probably
there are moments of absolutely terrifying panic where I'm using this like little stubby AK-74U with a silencer on it.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of using that as my primary, and then I'm switching around my secondary to different ones. And it is a terrifying moment where you are switched to your secondary and you realize you are out of bullets for your secondary too, and you immediately try and like switch to a hand grenade or something like that to kill the whatever is running directly at you.
Yeah.
And it's, I don't know, it's this really horrifying moment of like, you almost feel helpless, to be honest with you. Like, it's pretty crazy actually. Like I really enjoy it. I kind of wish they would take the level of depth that they have now and move you off of a linear path. Like I understand that it's done that way specifically to kind of limit where you can go, because it, like, from the lore that I was reading, it's a pretty huge area.
Yeah.
But I kind of wish that there was a little less hand-holding and a little less like, go in this direction, open this door, do this. Okay, search this area, go through the other door, and away you go. It definitely feels like, yes, you're in a metro, but it just feels like you're being led along by the nose sometimes.
Like too much hand-holding?
Yeah, well, like, it's not hand-holding and like it points you in the right direction. It's like you legitimately start at one side of a room and you fucking walk across it and you're at the door to the other side of the room. Like, that's what some areas are. Though, mind you, they have a really heavy emphasis on shadows and stealth. So you can go around, you can do it like, you can do it one of two ways. You can get through a full area, which is filled with guys or mutants or whatever, completely by sneaking, and you don't even have to fire a single bullet. Or you can go fucking guns blazing and just like wreck everyone or take them down with stealth kills and do shit like that. So you can really vary up your playstyle with that. So what they do is the focus is on light bulbs and switches and different things like that. So you can go up to a lamp and like blow it out, or unscrew a light bulb just enough so it turns off. So you can kind of like increase the depth of shadow you're moving through. And the view distance for NPCs are not the greatest when they're looking in a shadow.
Yeah, they pretty much go full retard when they step in the shadows.
Yeah, so you get these throwing knives, which on Ranger mode are kind of hard to aim. They don't really
find them again when you miss. You're just like, oh.
Okay, no, the great thing about that is they have a little fucking glow-in-the-dark strip on the back. So I clearly was throwing, like, I had 10 throwing knives. I threw 7 of them at one dude who kept on, like, leaning back and forth and just was, like, rocking. And every time he'd move, it would just, like, zip by his head. And then he'd lean over and I'd throw another one and he would just, like, zip by his head. So I wasted 7 of them.
Is Ranger mode the hardest one or the easiest one? Like,
Ranger mode hardcore is, like...
a DLC.
Okay, it's DLC. I bought that.
Yeah.
But that is, like, enemies hurt you more.
Bullets do more damage.
Bullets do more damage. You have less health.
There's less bullets in
less
the
bullets.
Okay, so it makes it a whole lot harder.
Yeah.
As well as no HUD, which I don't know if you've gone to one yet, but does it tell you what buttons to hit during QuickTime events? Or?
It does now.
Now it does, okay. At first it didn't show it, so it's just like the game would slow down. You're just like, oh,
mash any one of these.
X.
So was it just like instant death kind of thing?
Yeah.
Pretty much. So what'll end up happening is with these throwing knives, you'll like throw them, and normally they'll stick in the dude, and like the NPC animation, there's like one of 5 of them that they'll do. Though I found a new one today. If you hit some dude in the throat, he kind of grabs his throat and gurgles.
Yeah.
And like falls down, and it's kind of terrifying. It's pretty phenomenal, actually, to be honest with you. But like the guys go full retard when you're in the shadows, or they're in the shadows, because I clearly killed a dude with the throwing knife, and this NPC that was patrolling this like set path walked fucking past, like stepped on the dude's ankle and walked past, but the dude was in the shadows, didn't notice him. It's like
Nice.
they're not really the brightest.
They're really efficient, aren't they?
But when you get a lot of them, they will swarm the shit out of you, and they'll take you down pretty quick. Especially because if you're in a metro camp for like the Russians or the Nazis, if you end up getting spotted, they'll actually call out alarms, and like these big, heavy kind of armored dudes will roll in. That I found because I'm playing on Ranger mode. I will legitimately shoot once in the face and their helmet will fly off, or I'm lucky enough to like hit them in the eye or something. And bullet drop isn't really existent in that game, so you can just kind of like fucking revolver people to death, and it's pretty magical. So I don't know. That game is just kind of.
You also bought the DLC, like the whole season pass.
Yeah, I bought the whole season pass.
And one of the things I think you're gonna like is that, you're saying that I think it's really linear at some points. Like it's just go walk to the end.
Yeah.
From what I've heard, one of them is that it's like you go out of the metro and you just kind of. I think you're supposed to find like 5 relics or something, but it doesn't tell you where they are.
Oh, really?
So you have to kind of either find them and go into other stations and kind of. I think it's a bit more not open world, but
An
walk
open,
around a huge environment.
open plain.
Yeah, and just figure out shit.
But the attention to detail that this group has done, I can definitely see a lot of influence from the Stalker series in it, and like a lot of the same programmers, I believe, worked on Stalker, worked on Metro.
Yeah, 4A games. A few people moved over to that or something.
So they must be pretty high up in the food chain at 4A games, because there are a lot of like design similarities in that game. So I find these great little nods to Stalker all throughout the game that are just kind of like, they're really good. They just feel really nice, and like everything they have that is done in that game is it's done pretty well. Like that video I sent you to the group chat today, Kumar, did you take a look at that?
I saw the Spiro one.
No, there's another one I sent today.
Oh, okay. No, I haven't seen the other one.
Okay, so what there is like with Stalker, or with Metro, your guy kind of has this like weird perception. He's not psychic, but he has this like weird perception to see terrible events and talk to the Dark Ones.
Yep.
And so he's kind of got this like, they don't really know what's up with him. There's this whole undertone of he's probably a mutant.
Okay.
And
but no one really knows for sure.
Yeah, nobody really knows, and like you don't really tell anyone. But like what'll happen is you'll walk into, the most notable one is this plane. And you kind of go into this plane and you see the plane before it crashed. So you're riding on it and you're like listening to people talk about their vacation, and like you hear the pilots talking, and then like shit just
everything goes perfect.
Just
They
goes
land it.
fucking wrong, and like people are screaming, and like, but the whole time you're walking through this like crashed airplane, it's snippets of it. So like you see them there, and it's like the screen fades to like you're actually there, and then fades back out and everything's ruined again. So it's like this weird like movie style like shifting of existence kind of deal. And that you notice that throughout the whole game a whole bunch of times whenever you run into these areas where like particularly terrible things have happened.
Yeah.
So that like what I noticed today was I walked into this room and I didn't think anything of it, and then I got about halfway through the room and I started hearing like whispering voices, and like it got louder and louder and louder as I started like walking to the back of the room, and like the camera started like shaking a little bit, and then I turned around and saw this black silhouette out of the corner of my eye, and I immediately like pointed my gun at it to shoot it, and it disappeared the second I looked directly at it. And then walking,
was it coming to eat you?
No, it was just standing there.
Yeah, it just
stood there. And then as I started like walking out of the room, I noticed all of these other like things out of the corner of my vision, like some dude like sitting on a bed, like a kid on the floor, like all these like different things, but they're all throughout this room. And if you're not paying a close enough attention, they won't, like, you won't see them. So they'll just completely disappear, or you'll like walk completely past them. So I feel like if you're really immersed into that game, you get so much more out of it, and you get a better sense of like depth into the world, because that world is so detailed, and all the like extra dialogue, like that you like listen to at the beginning, or even like other people, you're walking through some of the metros and you like listen to people, that like little trigger later on that they were talking about, where it comes to this certain section, like in another part of the game, you remember, if you remember it, like, oh, that dude talked about this like hidden stash of stuff. And you go and like you'll find a stash of like stuff he hid in a little lockbox in a locker inside of another area. So like, I don't know, it's pretty neat that like all the dialogue has a sense of purpose and like realism, but not to the point where it's like super serious. Because I definitely opened up a lockbox, and inside of it was another box, and you open up that box, and inside of it is another box, and you open up that box, and inside it's another box, and then it's just the last box has a book of Metro 2033 and a single bullet.
Jeez.
So the developers,
so I gotta ask,
saying the book is garbage. No,
yeah.
these metros, are they, so they're scattered throughout the whole world, right?
Okay, so so it takes place in Moscow.
Yeah.
And Moscow in real life has the craziest fucking subway system ever.
Yeah.
And it's gorgeous. Like, it's the Soviet Union poured millions and millions of dollars into their subway system in Moscow. Like, we're talking some of them are as beautiful as palaces in Europe.
Yeah.
And so the whole premise is when the bombs started falling, people ran into these metro stations for refuge. And because the Soviet Union thought there was going to be a nuclear strike by the states at any time, a lot of these metros are actually nuclear bunkers.
Okay.
So they look beautiful on the inside, but they've got big ceiling, like pressure doors and like recycling oxygen systems and crazy stuff like that. So it's kind of grounded in a lot of like realism at the same time, because it is like, this is theoretically possible. So I find it to be really cool. And they also hint throughout the game at like other areas that might come down the line. Like, I haven't finished the game, obviously, so I don't really know how the rest of it is going to play out. But like, they talk about how there might be some government forces out in Siberia, and how they're in a bunker, and like we can reach them. Like, you know, we'll find this radio that we can repair and reach them, or we can talk to other countries or other things. So like, they're kind of isolated to Moscow and the metro system. Like, that's their world.
Yeah.
Where there's hinting at like it might be bigger than that. So it's, I don't know, it's pretty cool.
Jeez. So there's side quests and everything, right? Like you'd expect?
Nope, no side quests.
Oh, so it's all just straight up linear.
Yeah.
Linear story, yeah.
The side quest is like stuff like Devin was talking about, like that room with the ghosts. Like, you don't have to go into some hallways and doorways, but you find like guns or
like
bullets or whatever.
There was clearly a point where I was driving down the railway tracks and stopped and looked to my left, and this spider, like the spider mutants, scurried across the door, like fell off the roof and scurried into the thing. And I just went, I'm not getting out. Fuck that shit. Drove up to the next door and like got out and explored that room. But like this area, fuck that shit. I ain't touching that. And I'm sure if I had have gone and like explored it, I would have found some ammo that would have been used.
A pistol, I think.
Oh, really?
A shotgun pistol.
That's great, because I was out of fucking ammo.
Well, you would have had to use like triple the amount to get through those spider things anyways.
So I just said fuck it and just like rolled through it that way. So I don't know. It's really, that game is drawing me in to the point where Stalker did, where I feel like I'm gonna get really into it and play all the DLC and like continue to do it. But I don't want, like, at the same time with Stalker, I could go through it and play it multiple ways because it was open world.
Yeah.
With this, I feel like one playthrough, that's all I'm gonna do.
If you really cared for multiple endings, it does the same thing as the first Metro.
Oh, okay.
So I'm excited to see what you think about the ending that you're gonna get, because the quote unquote proper ending is so fucked to get.
I clearly did I clearly did an action right now that totally ties into the end of the game.
Oh yeah.
And it's something as simple as like dialogue.
Yeah.
That if I had not been paying attention, I would have just fucking rolled through, not paid attention at all, and it probably would have fucked up my ending.
Yeah.
But
Well,
like, it was like, I sat there listening to the dude for like 7 minutes, so it was clear. Like,
the thing is though, is like, you know, every time the screen goes like flashes, it goes like whoosh, it is like you get like a droplet of water or something weird shit.
yeah,
To get the good ending, you have to get every single instance of that, and some of those are just like walking up to a table and looking down and being like, oh, there was like a family here. If you don't get all of them, then you're stuck in the neutral like bullshit one, and if you do like
okay.
everything bad, then so I hate it because there's like, you were a really good person because you missed like one or two of them, you still get like the whatever ending.
but here's
But go and look at the one that you should have earned. 'Cause
Okay, yeah.
you'll be like,
Okay, that's gonna be really great because I'm really fucking interested to see how this goes, and like even within the first like 30 minutes of the game, I was getting them feels for like for how people are like depressed and stuff, and I found myself thinking like, man, if I lived in a world like this, fuck, like I don't know if I could handle it. Like,
that'd be crazy.
to be honest with you, like no internet, no nothing. Like I'm not trying to say that I'm like
But you get
addicted to it,
First
but
thing,
like
the first thing he says, no internet.
But like, they don't have anything in that world, so to speak. They legitimately live
They've
like
got mutant pigs that they
Bro,
eat.
they got each other.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
can eat each other.
I don't know, man. It's pretty fucked. It's really fucked, and it's kind of going on my like post-apocalyptic bender right now of like
Nether and
Nether and like after the world ended, kind of weird gameplay things that I've been doing. So I don't know, it fits right into this like mood, and I kind of want to just fucking roll back and play Stalker, because I was looking through some forums for like mods for the original Stalker, and there's talk of some dude releasing like kind of like the Skyrim guy did, where he like released his whole like
Mod
8
thing.
hours of
Yeah.
gameplay, like just fucking released it. There's talk of a new Stalker like that.
really? Wow.
And it's mentioned that one of the developers like from the original Stalker might be like giving this dude a hand.
Oh.
So if that's the fucking case,
Hot.
That's awesome. They should do that more often.
that'd be a fucking steamy big pile of yes. So I don't know.
Sweet deal.
I'm
Have
pretty
you been playing anything else at all, or is it just kind of consumed you?
I've hopped into Nether and played some more of that, and realized that the character I was playing had a lot of great ammo, and I've been playing with a couple of my buddies who I gave one of my friends the game, who's actually in the military. So it was really great because we go through it with military tactics of like one person covers the other person as they run across the street and stuff like that. So before, I was really dominating people and like kind of ruling servers. Now we just fucking own it. Like we have a clear area that is our like domain. And after we've been playing on a server for about an hour, when new people join in and they like mention like, "Hey guys, what's up?" and stuff like that, people have actually been like, "Don't fucking go there. There are two dudes that are killing on sight of everything. Don't fucking go there."
Wait, I missed this. Are you still playing with Jay as well, or just...
No. I'm just playing with my buddy Nolan.
Oh.
And we had it to this point where I had like 99 sniper rifle rounds and like a sniper rifle, and I had this clear area that was just like, could see this whole like probably 2 or 3 square blocks, and my buddy was just like going around and collecting food and just like picking stuff up and like finding things, and then he'd come back to me like every like maybe 30 or 40 minutes and just like dump all this food on me so I'd eat it and like keep my health. I ended up racking up like within like a 2.5 hour like play session, I ended up racking up 42 kills
Holy shit.
because it was getting to the point where like he would like run across someone and like he'd stay within this like kind of effective sniper rifle range.
Yeah.
And he'd be like, "There's some dude over there at the gas station like looting," and I just like immediately like ping to where the gas station was and just like stare at it. And then he'd see like the dude like kind of like creep out of the gas station trying to be stealthy about it because he saw my buddy like running around. Just fucking like headshot him, and my buddy would just like roll up and take all the shit.
Oh my god.
And then just like fucking roll away. And so it got to the point where like, yet again, these guys were trying to be like the law of the server, and like, we're gonna hunt you down and we're gonna take you out and we're gonna take your stuff. And we're like, all right, try it, fucking bring it on. There was a posse of like 4 to 6 guys trying to hunt us down and kill us. And they're like chatting in all chat, being like, "I think they're over at Randolph Market, like on the 3rd story. That's where I last saw him." And so we're on Skype, so we're just like, I relocate to the like we had like a coordinate system set up. And we're like, all right, relocate to the second floor, building 3. We're like, and just like meet there and like meet up and be like, all right, I'm you know, like, are you low on health? Yeah, all right, here's some med kits, like here's some food, like complete like strategy. And then because they said in all chat like where we were, we would fucking have sniper rifles aimed at the entrance of that
Oh
building,
my God.
and they'd fucking just like, you see like one dude like roll in as like the scout, and like they didn't learn. One dude rolls in, clearly comes back out the door, and like was shouting in like the in-game voice chat like, "Hey, this building's clear. Let's go check it out." It's like fucking
Were they
roll.
new though? Like, is that why they weren't?
These guys had like a lot, like most of them had military backpacks, and like they
Okay,
were,
so they knew what they were doing.
they knew what they were doing, but it was the fact that they were just like running in and talking in in-game chat, which we could clearly hear.
Yeah.
And like one dude would run into the building, check it out, like see if he died or something, and then the rest of the crew of like the 4 to like 5 dudes would like roll up after the fact, and it would just be like sniper shot after sniper shot like ringing out, and just watching them panic and freak out and like run away, and then we'd eventually have to like track them down. It was really bad. I felt really bad for that because they actually asked us politely to like leave the server. They weren't like angry about it. They're like, okay, like, hey, we know you guys are like doing this, but like, could you just
Can you just dip?
yeah, can you just like leave? Like, you're killing the server for us. And we're like, all right, okay. So we like went to another one, but like we had Randolph Market, that whole like almost the whole island set up, because you can clearly like there's a couple of locations that are high enough that you can snipe that whole map,
Okay.
or like most of it,
Yeah.
or at least all the good like spawn points or like looting points. And then over by Riverside Market, all the way up to the church, that like whole section of block and all the sub blocks to the left, we had all of those. So, like those were our 2 areas that we claimed. And so we had like, they were afraid to go into those 2 different areas. And when people spawned in like our like area, they'd meet like one dude spawned in our like area 3 times and commit suicide 3 times, and they got pissed off and left the server.
Oh God.
It was just
She wasn't having a good time, huh?
nah. I feel really bad because like there were some people who were just like really like not angry about it that we were like killing on site and stuff like that. It was more of a challenge to them. But then there were the other people who obviously had been playing for a little bit longer but had never encountered like that much bandit in a package.
Yeah.
So they were getting fucking pissed. And like some people were rolling around with like full stacks of ammo and like really rare backpacks, and like this was before the patch, so you could take their nether backpack.
Yeah.
Which costs in-game, like that costs real money to buy.
Oh wow.
So we like my buddy had half his like inventory, like global inventory, is nether bags
Wow.
that he won't get rid of because they are his trophies. So it's just like really weird. Like
How much can those hold? Like more than a.
they're the size of a small backpack. They just look like a nether strapped to your
Oh.
back.
Oh, okay. Cool.
So it's not really that great, but
do you
like
get them automatically when you spawn now, or do you have to buy them?
you have to
every-
buy them.
Okay.
Um,
Every life.
I think they might have patched it in so you keep it now.
Okay.
But like to kind of give you a amount of how much that we looted and took from people, there's an in-game gas mask that's $2,500. A normal, like the biggest money pickup is $30.
Jeez.
I bought,
So what's it taking forever to get it done?
me and my buddy each have that mask now. That's how many people we killed. And like stuff does not sell for like $100 or anything like that. It sells for $10. Like guns sell for maybe 15 if you're lucky.
Yeah.
So it is not like, you know, kill a couple of dudes, sell a couple of guns, get mad cash. Like it's legitimately like you get fucked up real quick and like you lose a lot of money. And it was, I guess it was kind of karmic justice because last time I logged in like by myself, I forgot that I was like hurt. So I logged in and was at like half health and I was level 38. I was level 38 and what ended up happening is I spawned in and I went to like kind of there's some normal areas that people call it, like there's the medical tower, which has all the med supplies that spawn on the top, or like there's the market, which has a whole bunch of like food that spawns and it's kind of like really standard. I legit ran up to this market and I got fucking sniped in the back of the head. Like
Fantastic.
didn't see the guy, fucking didn't see anything, and just fucking died. And all I said to the dude was, "Great shot, enjoy the stuff," because I had like a stack of I had a stack of sniper rifle ammo, like 4 stacks of 9mm ammo. Like, I was loaded with shit. And, like, he just fucking shot me, and, like, that was it. I heard one single gunshot, and I died. So, great.
That's usually how it goes.
Yeah, like, I don't know. It was really weird and, like, really kind of a great way to end that playthrough because somebody else got all that shit that I worked so hard to get in one bullet. So it was pretty great that way. I don't know. I'm not even angry anymore when I die. Like when we first started playing, I was like super pissed off every time he died. Now it's like, great, I get to start from scratch again. Let's fucking do this. Like, I don't know.
Richard, do you play that with him at all or no?
Got to the top. Only when we started, or he started, but not anymore. I don't.
Oh, okay.
I realized this week that on Saturday when I had like a birthday cast, I actually played PC games. I'm like, wait, when was the last time I played PC games? And during the PS4 launch, I didn't try it. During the Xbox One launch, I didn't play any. And the week before that, I was like playing PS3 and Xbox 360 games to like lead up to the launches. It'd been like 3 weeks since I played PC stuff. I was like, damn, it's kind of crazy.
Yeah, I don't know. It's
yeah. Devin seems like he's having a crazy amount of time, crazy amount of fun times murdering helpless people though. So maybe I'll go back one day.
It's
taking his knowledge.
It's not like the murdering people aspect. It's the fact that like everybody has some sort of loot, and it doesn't matter what it is. It's worth something, whether it be $5 or $10, and you can band up with people and like you'll do the like you'll run around a corner or something and there will be a dude with a shotgun pointed at you and you immediately hit like voice chat and be like, I won't kill you if you don't kill me. And like the guy kind of like points it at you and there's this moment of like, who's gonna shoot who's gonna pull the trigger first? Like, is it gonna happen? Is it not gonna happen? You think it always
goes that way though? Like no one ever really teams up?
No, there's always a lot of like there will be guys who will like team up in chat and stuff like that, and then you'll get the assholes who camp spawns. Like I don't camp spawns because that's a dick move.
Yeah.
I always find a building to camp like in the middle of the map or something. But like there will like I'll see in all chat like, and I've joined these posses where people will be like, yo, there's some dude camping like the museum outpost. Let's fucking hunt him down. And like they'll like be a band of people that will group up and hunt down this one dude. And I've been part of that, and I've been on the other end of that as well. So it's just really like, I don't know, you have the choice to be good or bad, and there's no repercussions if you just fucking murder everyone you see. There's no, it doesn't penalize you. There's no fucking timer out or like, hey, you've been bad, you get a bad rating. It's fucking go for it. You do whatever you want.
They should make a game like Nether, but every time like you're a bandit and you murder like a helpless band of people, it just prints your billing information on the screen so they know where you live and everything. And you're just like,
oh my god,
okay, well, we know where this motherfucker lives.
Like, I don't know. There's just
shit to the next level. Don't do that. Don't.
Like, I don't know.
So aside from this crazy violence,
Yeah.
Riccio, what have you been playing?
Oh god.
Yeah, what do you got loaded up?
I finished Knack.
Yeah, I watched
like it?
about a little bit of that.
I liked it except for all boss battles. They were all
so you
shit.
didn't like any of the boss battles, or they just annoyed you? Or what?
They just bothered me because okay, the platforming and stuff in Knack works good. The levels leading up to the boss fights are okay. Like the combat like works enough for you to kind of get around like dodging and attacking and all that
Except
stuff.
for those grenade guys, right?
Grenade guys were kind of annoying because you can dodge through the instead of dodging through the grenade, you kind of like there's physics, so you hit the grenade, so then it's stuck to your face as you're dodging, so you just blow up anyway. That's kind of annoying. But then when you get to a boss fight, the bosses will normally have attack patterns that require you to dodge at like the exact correct second to be able to dodge again. Also, you're breathing in the mic. Sorry. It's good. It's making me so calm. But no, so
Sleepy time.
the bosses would have like
go to sleep. Go to sleep, little Riccio. Think of cannoli and pasta.
Now I want like a fucking what's that shit? The like pastry where it's like a chocolate but there's stuff inside of it. It's a little
Eclair. Think of Eclair. Oh fuck! You want to go to Eclairs? Kumar, hold down the fort. We're going to get pastries.
All
no,
right.
So in
Drive
Mac,
safe, I suppose.
it's no time for driving safe.
Pastries are on the line.
It's clear time.
It's Claire and
we have to drive as fast as an eclair Because éclair in French is an éclair, and éclair is a lightning, and the lightning is how fast we're gonna go. Anyway,
Yo,
you
does
don't
this look like a
speak
French
French.
podcast to you, bro?
It is now. Anyways, no. So,
Is it Quebec pizza?
English here in North America.
anyways, so in NAC, let's say you do a boss fight and the boss dashes at you,
Okay.
and the boss
Go
will
on.
dash at you, and then explode, and then like dash again. So if you don't dodge at the proper timing, then the boss like hits you, and you get like insta killed or near death. And then each boss has like a health bar that you have to take down 3 times most of the time. Like there's 3, or there's more than one section to it. And every time you die, you get shit back out to like a cutscene, not a cutscene, but like just a checkpoint that's all the way at the start of the boss fight. And
It sucks.
what happens is some boss fights you have the yellow sunstone energy to use like special attacks that do a lot of damage. But if you die, you go back to the checkpoint, but you don't regain any of the sunstone that you've spent. So the positive is if you die, you keep what you have. So if you keep dying in a boss fight, or not, well, it doesn't work on boss fights because normally you don't have any. But if you die at checkpoints in the game, you'll keep getting sunstone. So you'll fail enough times to build that up, and then just easy mode your way through an area.
Okay, all right.
But with a boss, it doesn't happen. So if you go in and you try to beat the boss really easily and you get fucked over, then you're screwed with no sunstone, and then you kind of to keep trying to do the fight annoyingly. It was more the final boss that was super annoying because I'm not talking about any story spoilers, but say like the boss has like a attack that has like a ranged like laser or something.
All right.
It's supposed like, oh, it's supposed to do a line, you're supposed to dodge out of the way. But for some fucking reason that beam was too big sometimes, or it would like stretch to the point where you get hit anyway, or you dodge and then it would like fucking auto aim it in the middle of your evade, or just really weird shit would just be really frustrating during a boss fight. But yeah, I don't know. Other than the boss fights, like I don't want to sound too bad because like I had a really shit time at the last 10 minutes, so like the boss fight. But the game was actually really enjoyable. The story was interesting.
It looked neat. It has a really nice aesthetics to it.
Yeah, it has to grow on you though, because you start off and it's just like everything looks really blandly play-ish looking, but not really. But yeah, it's good. I really like NAC. I think if I would have co-opted it, because it has local co-op, I think I would have had a much better time playing it. But it was decent. But I put it on normal, and it was kind of tough for me. There's a hard mode, and apparently if you beat it on hard mode, you get very hard mode.
Jeez.
So I don't like hard mode. Apparently, stuff already one shots you. So I don't know what the fuck very hard mode is. I don't know if there's just
It looks at you when you die.
Probably. I have no idea. Or there's no.
You have to play the whole game stealth.
There are sections where if you play, you can play stealth and you become like a one-shot knack. Like you can die instantly, but you shouldn't kind of like get around lasers and robots and shit. But yeah, I don't know. It was really fun. I had fun playing with it. I can't describe how frustrated I was the last like 10, 15 minutes of that game. Like, you know, whenever Kumar,
Wait. Here's a question for you. Were you as mad at that as you were at Sly?
I was about to bring that up. You've seen my Sly raging video, except for I was slightly drunk or whatever. This was like verging on this DualShock 4 is about to get fucking smashed on my table.
Really?
I was commenting, having a good time through it because I was broadcasting the whole thing, and then when I got to the fight, like I kept complaining, and I was getting pissed at myself because I'm not the type of person that likes just complaining about shit. To the point where I was like, okay, I just sat down and like angrily stared at it, and I was like, this is gonna be the fucking time I'm gonna beat it. Or if not, I'm about to fucking eject this disc and like play something else entirely.
Really?
And I would never break it, but it was getting to the point where I was like, I'm just not gonna do this today. And that one final time of me just being super pissed staring at the screen, just like almost practically aced it and beat it, and I was really happy about that. But it was just weird because that game is sort of targeted towards a younger audience for sure. Yeah. But I went through on normal mode, and there was times where I would die in a chapter and go back like 10 minutes of gameplay, and I was like, oh, what the fuck? Like, what are these checkpoints?
That's kind of really dumb.
Yeah. But I don't know. I don't know what easy mode is like. Maybe you like regenerate health, or you can take like a shit ton of hits or something. But
you just kind of roll through it.
Yeah. I don't know. Normal is pretty tough, which is weird, and I feel bad for saying that about NAC. But it's still pretty
Whatever.
cool.
At least on the bright side, you had a good time.
Yeah, I had a good time. I like if you're playing co-op, the co-op person can hit a button and heal you. So I imagine a lot of boss fights.
A little bit easier.
Yeah, like you go into a boss fight, you're like, oh, dude, I took that one hit. No problem. I'll just heal you. Or if your like co-op partner dies, he hits a button and fucking comes back anyway. So the frustration would have been halved probably because.
Would you have been dirty enough to have the second player open if you were playing single?
No, because I think you have to move at the same time. I don't know if you like teleport or I think that'd be really fucking annoying. Also, would not buy a second controller just for that. Or I could probably do it with the Vita, but
Yeah, you could have done it with your
I don't
Vita.
know. Either way, I beat it, and I'm really happy that I beat it because it was a decent game. It was. I would be excited to. I would if they put out, let's say, a Knack 2 at some point, and it has like better combat mechanics or something. I would be like a day one purchase for Knack 2. Like it was cool enough that it like has a fucking really interesting character and sweet story and all that stuff that I would totally play another one if it had like those little fixes on it or something.
So the question I have for you about Knack is, I was getting some real dark undertones from that story.
Wait, did you play it too, Sompy?
No, I just tuned in at like
Oh,
a
you're
couple
watching
of
his cast.
like 2 or 3 minute intervals, and they just happened to be at like cutscenes where some like really fucking dark shit was happening.
Yeah.
It's like all the humans must die.
Oh yeah, no, that's a weird thing with that explanation. I won't explain that though, because that's like story stuff. But there's
Some like weird
No, it's-
genocide style
no, it's-
undertones.
it's never that bad. It's just like the classic sort of like, oh no, we have to take all you guys out. It's like, oh, you can't do that. No, I'm the bad guys. So it's really kind of just like that. But
It's like Lost Planet style. I need to
I
save
gotta
this
ask you
planet.
guys
I
something.
need to eradicate all life on it.
No, if you play the rest of the story, you'll understand what the hell is happening leading up to
Alright.
there. However, there's some real fucked up shit where from the E3 demo when they showed him like going through this city and stuff. When I played that level, it was really weird because you're like you're Knack, you're a hero, but every level has like secret areas to find like chests or more sunstone or
Alright.
just random shit, health packs, little rune things that give you health. But the city level, it has like houses with cracks in it, so you fucking punch people's houses down to get to like a special item on the other side. So you're going through like a downtown area, it's like punching towers and shit and like fucking buildings, like yeah, special stuff. I'm like, this is like we are fucking up people's homes right now. This is-
That is terrible.
but yeah, it was.
So I gotta ask you about the about the aesthetic.
Yeah.
So it looks really pasty to me, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. How it looks like clay-ish, like just like instead of like
Yeah,
a tone
it's not
where
that
it's
bad,
shaded.
but it's I don't know. It's kind of weird because
No, yeah, I
everyone
know
was pitching it like being this Pixar-y kind of
Yeah.
looking game, which I guess they've justified it to a certain extent, but it still seems too pasty to me.
No, I know what you mean. It's like when you first look at it, like there's no color shading on like a skin tone. A skin tone is just like
So it's like almost flat.
it's like you choose like a color picker, you go like beige-ish looking things. Everywhere it's the same color. Like there's no real shading. But as it goes on, it almost felt like the look was improving, whether that's because now you're in areas with different lighting and then there's like shadows on their faces, so there was a little bit of shading, but by the time I got past that, like when Dan and I played that first day when the PS4 first came out, like on that Friday, we passed that first like hour and a half of the game, we'd already kind of like grown to it and we really enjoyed the look. Like it does look pretty awesome at some points. Like it
Nice.
does look good. It does. Yeah, I understand at first you're like, oh, that's ew, what the hell did they try to do? But it's weird, like having played now like Dead Rising and just like Rise and seen a lot of games where they kind of do super serious animation, and like Rise when you're doing the combos, people like slide into place or
Which-
it'll go from like a cutscene to like that in-game thing, but it'll cut and your dude's like doing like it does like a weird animation to get him like, okay, now I'm like you are controlling me, I'm not looking real good anymore.
My arms go limp.
Yeah, it just looks kind of weird. But to see Knack kind of like Knack does the same thing. Sometimes it cuts out of a cutscene, everybody kind of looks stiff for a bit. But the animation quality that the characters have and the stuff going on, like everything feels so grounded in that world that it's actually really good. Like I really liked the look of that game. As like the more I played it, I was like, this fuck yeah, man, go Knack. Yeah, there's just the boss fights that I got way too pissed at. Like way more pissed than I should have. Like I understand a lot of platformers are kind of tough. And they really like the bosses. You need to do a certain thing, and if you fuck it up, well, you have to learn what you have to do before, and then you die.
It Dark Souled you.
No, Dark Souls was like you go into a boss and you learn what you have to do, but this one was like it would learn what you have to do, except for the mechanics of what you had to do weren't as tight as Dark Souls.
Oh, okay.
So you just like Dark Souls is like, okay, you got to block a certain thing, you got to run at a certain time. This like you would do that block, but you'd still get fucked over for some weird reason. Like it was. Yeah.
I bought that, and that is something I want to play. Is Dark Souls.
Dark Souls, yeah,
Yeah.
do it.
I
It was on
wanna-
sale too, right, during the autumn sale?
Yeah, and I kind of
Oh, I will warn you, by the way.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Dark Souls is a Games for Windows Live
Yeah.
title.
I thought they stripped that out.
They did, but it shits all over you, I think, in certain ways. I don't know if the Steam version does it as well, but I've heard bad things about some of the versions. Just be wary of it.
It doesn't do anything yet until they actually take like Games for Windows Live is still available in games, but I think in April or something they're shutting down the PC service
Well,
for it.
here's the really shitty part. So remember how I was telling you guys just earlier that I reinstalled my OS today,
Yep.
at least on the Windows side. So I have Gears of War on the PC,
Oh God.
Oh.
Yeah, I have that.
and it's broken already.
Yeah.
And what makes it even worse is the fact that when I try to log in with Games for Windows Live,
Yeah.
it doesn't actually connect to the server, despite whether I have a connection or not.
Oh,
So
really?
right now,
Weird.
I can't play that game.
You're supposed
Because
to
it's
still
not
be able
letting
to connect to stuff for now until I think it's April of next
They're
year.
they're not letting me, dude.
That's
Really?
really,
Like,
really weird.
I can't tell you how unbelievably fucking frustrating it is. It's such a piss off. And it's not even like me wanting to necessarily play the game. It just like you took out a feature that
Yeah.
effectively just bricks games that relied on it.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you fix them first?
That's weird. I wonder if there's like some sort of fix to get around it for Gears of War.
I'm sure there is. There's
Yeah.
got to be because I'm
Look
I
for
can't
the
be only
mod
one.
community. That's all I have to say. Look for the mod community.
If it is going to be fucked up for you, Devin, I would say try to beat it definitely at least before March so that you can play Dark Souls 2 on PC, which I think is going to use Steamworks for that.
Oh,
I
thank
think.
God.
I hope so.
I hope so. I don't think they do Games for Windows Live and be like, game's going to be broken in a month, you guys, wicked. If they do, what the fuck? But yeah, I'd try and beat that before Dark Souls 2 comes out, and you'll be way happy.
I'm really confused at what the fuck that story is.
Don't try.
Which story?
Dark Souls, don't even try. You'll do the first part where it's like you are like a dude, you're dying, but then there's like the undead trapped keeping you to this plane because something, and then you gotta get back. You gotta give yourself some soul's hollow thing to be human again, but only for a short time if you do the deeds of. That's fucking weird. Just play the game. Play the game's good.
All
Game's
right.
good. Fuck the story. You can wiki the story if you really, really care what's going on. But
All right, 'cause
the game's about gameplay mostly. I find.
All right.
I don't know. The story's pretty crazy, but
So, is
The
this some
backstory on
is
some of
this
the
some
crazy
sort of
shit.
game I can play while watching a movie,
fuck no.
or I have to be like fucking waiting for this shit to happen?
For your first playthrough, yeah, you kind of have to focus.
All right.
Now, if I want to, like, once you know the layout of an area and what dudes are hiding behind what things, or like what corners are going to fucking murder you by like breaking ground and then you die, or like something busts through a wall or something. Once you know where that shit is, you can just roll through the game and be like,
Okay, so there are specific like cinematic parts in that game that just fucking happen no matter what.
"Hi, Dan in the channel."
Yeah, hi Dan.
Yo, Dan's in the channel?
Dan's in
yeah,
the
his
channel.
spirit's inside of you, Kumar.
Fantastic.
What? but
I
Yeah.
would like 4 hours more of this to listen while I move furniture.
All right.
What a hero.
We got this. We got this, Dan.
oh god,
All right, guys.
Fucking
Well,
Lay
you
down
better
this
buckle
sick
in.
beat.
This is going to be a long one.
We're gonna get Kumar to rap for the next 4 hours.
What is your fixation with wanting me to rap? I don't understand.
You are the Rock.
How am I the Rocket? Okay, let's
The
put this in
Rock had
perspective.
a small rap career. It was magical.
The Rock is.
You need
6'6",
to live up to that.
270. I'm fucking 5'8", 170.
No. You're 5'8", 292. A ballerism.
I would look way too stacked.
You
if that
are
was reality.
ballerism.
My heaviest, I was 206.
Really?
Yeah, man, my neck was huge. My shoulder span was probably 3-4 inches wider. I was a big dude.
fat.
And then financial services
Kidding.
ate me alive.
It's because you stopped eating and sleeping.
That's actually what it is. It was my diet, and my entire routine just went to complete horse shit.
The
when I was
Rock
trying to-
can't smell what Kumar is cooking.
What do you mean the Rock can't smell? Of course he can.
what you're cooking.
Yeah.
Oh.
What are you cooking?
I'm not cooking nothing, yo.
Play Dark Souls, Devin.
All right.
Finish it.
Sorry about the ridiculous
No, it's okay.
interruption.
It's okay.
I want to, but like I was gonna pick that up today, and then fucking 5 seconds later, I bought Metro Last Light, and I went, "Fuck you, Dark Souls, Metro Last Light. You're gonna be my child's name. I'm gonna call my child
So
Metro Last Light
weird.
Somppi."
Why don't you just call him Artyom?
Wait, is Metro the first name? Last Light
Is the
middle
middle?
name?
Yeah, it's gonna be one of those kids that has a really weird name like Echo.
Wait, you're giving your kid's first name Metro.
Yeah. He's going to be beat up a lot in school, but it's just going to make him tougher, and he's going to come out like a Marine.
He's
going to be
birthed
'Kay,
as a Marine?
You know that sailor baby picture I have?
Yes.
That is going to be my child.
I'm scared. Wow. I'm scared of your child.
It's going to come out, and his first toy will be a K-bar.
Oh, God.
Wow. Isn't he going to hurt himself with that? Wait, how do you even know it's going to be a he?
Is he going to cut himself?
There's roughly a 50% chance that you have to raise a daughter.
I'm positive of this.
What if it just comes out as a bear?
You know what?
A bear with a K-bar.
I'd be really confused as to what Sompy's into.
I'm not sure how to answer that one.
What if it came out as a undead baby Dark Soul thing that you had to give it hollow to look like a real person? And then it would slay fucking dragons.
Did you just say... No, I'm not going to go there. That would have been bad. Just think of what you said.
I already forgot what I said.
Be ashamed.
Words
probably best
escape my mouth, I don't think.
Just let me put this way. You said undead baby.
Yeah.
Came out.
Yeah.
Think of what that means.
Of a child without skin. That no. A child just doesn't have the skin, and it comes out and it's in a prison, and then a dude kicks down a key, and then it has to unlock the door.
Okay, so I'm going to interject here again. Dan did request that we keep this entertaining and not dumb.
You're dumb, Kumar.
Well,
how come you weren't able to take Undertaker in '97?
Oh my God. I was 10 years old in '97.
Yeah, I watched that.
I don't
No,
know.
legitimately, I was 10 years old in '97.
I was super happy because the Undertaker was my favorite wrestler.
Then he undertook.
Is he dead now? Did he die of a heart attack?
I don't know.
No, man, what's wrong with you? He's still in the WWE.
Everybody
What
had
about Big Show? Did Big Show die?
Big Show's still there. Nope, he got fired and then he came back.
Oh, okay.
I can tell you the storyline about it right now. It's my WWE's my mealtime entertainment.
You watch.
There's a little bit of everything, right?
Fucking trash.
There's ridiculous drama that makes no sense, and you're just watching little schoolgirls argue with each other all the time.
Speaking of little schoolgirls arguing all the time, have you guys caught up on Walking Dead?
No.
Never mind then.
No, I don't understand how that ties in. I always just picture a zombie schoolgirl, but it's like typing of the dead style.
No, everybody's always like...
Can you just pantomime everything?
Why did you guys go so quiet?
I pantomimed.
Yeah.
Pentagram.
Pro wrestling equals men's soap opera.
Yeah.
Yeah, whoever said that is absolutely right. That's what it is.
Afeto.
Afeto, you are a gentleman and a scholar, and I absolutely 100% agree with you.
Anywho, what else did you just been playing this week?
I don't really want to tell you guys what I've been playing this week.
Kumar?
Okay. All right.
Hold on.
You guys have to explain.
What's Kumar been playing this week? Oh, Kumar is offline. I wonder what was the last thing he was on.
Removed from friends.
No. What was the last thing?
Can I do this though? So can I start with the stuff that's respectable and then move into what I'm kind of ashamed about?
Okay, you have to explain.
Wait,
how you
look,
got the non-respectable.
Oh, so
thing.
he played FTL, Castle Crashers, Paranautical Activity, and...
Don't say it.
All right, Kumar, I'll let you lead up to it.
All right, so I'll start with the stuff that's the usual because that's probably what you guys are used to hearing.
Mm-hmm.
So I played a bunch more Assassin's Creed. Actually, I shouldn't even say a bunch more. I got sidetracked really quickly. The game does a really good job of opening up the world pretty early on.
Which game is this?
Assassin's Creed.
Yes.
4. Sorry.
All right.
So played a bunch of that. Without spoiling anything, I've almost cleared out every event and all that stuff within the first area. I don't know what happens.
What area are you at?
I'm still in the first area. I'm still in Havana.
Oh, okay.
So the game starts off in Havana, right? So still there. I went around, did a bunch of shit. Met a bunch of people-ish, sort of. And took a bunch of the crazy side stuff and kind of just ran with it.
Okay.
So from a story perspective, I want to say I'm not even into sequence 2 yet. I don't know how many sequences there are, but I've finished the
16.
first one. Okay, so I finished the first one, and then I didn't start the second one. I just started doing a bunch of side stuff.
I still need to get that far.
Do you get the horrible issue where you see something on the map, and you
And you go
say,
for it.
"I'll just go get that,"
Dan
Yep.
finished AC4.
and then you look at the map again, and you see 2 more things, and you go, "How did those get there?" And then you go
Yep.
get that one, and then the other one, and then you look at the map again, and you go, "Oh, there's 4 more things. Just have to get them all." And then 4
Yep.
hours pass, and you haven't eaten your lunch.
Yep.
All right.
Dan,
For
I
me, it
don't know
was my
if,
dinner.
I don't know if you
I
heard
had
me.
my dinner at a decent hour. I think it was like 8 p.m. or something when I realized.
Really?
Oh, fuck.
That's pretty great.
I don't know if you heard or saw what Dan said, Kumar, but he finished it.
Yeah, no, I want to say he mentioned it to us. Did he not?
Yeah.
I think so. I still
Pretty-
need to
pretty-
finish the first thing. The first
Where are you?
Oh, the first sequence?
sequence.
Are you on the island?
No.
How far into it are you, Riccio?
Wait, what island? Because it's all islands.
Did you start the game?
Yes.
Did
I
you
got
get
to the
farther
island-
than the dry run?
Yes.
Did you
No, I got to the boat, but that's it. I
less
still
or
haven't-
more than tigers?
What?
What?
Less or more than jaguars?
I have no idea.
Less or more than Jaguars?
No.
Jaguars.
Jaguars?
Jaguars.
I don't know what that means.
Jaguar.
I know what a Jaguar is.
Jaguar?
but-
Jaguar. Did you get
Jaguar?
less or more than a jaguar?
Jaguar?
Jaguar.
Jaguar. Isn't it Jaguar? It's. Isn't it Jaguar?
It's a jaguar. Jaguar. Jaguar.
I don't know what the fuck you mean by Jaguar, so I'm not
Jaguar.
there.
I don't know what he means either.
I'm
I'm,
not-
so confused.
It's fucking jaguar. Did you get a jaguar?
Sounds
Why
like a
are you saying
fucking-
Jaguar so many
when
times?
you say Jaguar, I imagine like a Hitman piano string that automatically is like a shake weight, and it's like it's jagging. I don't know what the fuck the wire is doing.
Jaguar.
Anyway,
A jaguar.
no.
Have you killed the jaguar?
I shot a salamander in the face and skinned it. I don't. That was the last thing I did. But no.
Did you
Um,
ocelot?
Yes.
So you haven't jaguared, but you've ocelotted.
Yes.
I still
Okay.
want to really know what
I offered a lot of
Jaguar
ocelotted.
Okay, so you are just about almost done sequence 1. I
is. I
determined.
don't remember any of that, and I did finish sequence 1.
I don't know where the fuck sequence 1 is then. I'm not that far, Kumar. I'm
'Kay.
sorry. All I want to say is I need to play a lot more of it. And now that I'm done Knack, I will get to
so
it.
you shot the iguana in the face,
Yeah.
and you got an ocelot.
No, an ocelot did not come out of the iguana. No. When I started,
Wait,
I
isn't
was gonna say
Ocelot a
jerking
Metal
with a
Gear
jaguar.
character? What? I don't-
Yeah, no, it's the guy from Metal Gear who was running around an island, so I shot him and skinned him and put him in a gun.
Oh, okay. Man, that PS4, I tell you.
Those weird exclusive things.
Yeah.
Capcom making the.
Yeah, no, I need to play more of that, much more of that.
Okay, so you got
Really
the
do.
first pistol holder. So yeah, you're almost done. Sequence 1.
I've finished with the jaguaring.
Wait,
No,
wait.
that's
Hold on. Back
ocelotting.
up for a second.
Yeah,
Do you get the pistol before you finish sequence 1? Or sorry, after you finish it?
the pistol upgrade.
Yeah.
Okay,
For
so
like
I
a third
definitely
one.
haven't finished sequence 1 then, because I don't
Okay.
have a pistol yet.
Okay, maybe that is not the sequence 1. I don't know. I don't remember it popping up with
Did
a side
you-
thing or a whoop.
Did you do the assassin tutorial?
Yes, that's after the boat. That's before the boat.
Okay, so do you have your boat now?
Yes, that's.
Okay,
Yes.
so Riccio, you're further than I am, because I don't
Okay.
have a boat yet.
You are further than Kumar. Because
Okay.
if you have oceloted and he has not oceloted, you are
How do you
further.
know if you finished the sequence? Is it like a little title
I had
card?
I
Yeah,
could have
just
sworn I
kinda
had a
like-
little trophy pop saying that I
Yeah.
finished sequence 1.
Maybe you're farther than sequence
Maybe-
1. You might be closer
But
to sequence 2.
I still don't have a pistol though.
Okay.
Weird.
So
okay.
have you done the assassin tutorial, Kumar?
I believe I have.
Where you
He would know.
you would fucking know if you've done it.
Okay, so in that case, I probably haven't.
Okay.
All right. He's probably just chilling around Havana then.
Yeah. All right. So, Riccio, you will get to a point, and you will know what I mean by jaguaring.
Okay.
If you are getting the collectibles,
Is that just how they say it in the game for some reason? Jaguars? I
no,
don't-
it's a jaguar. Jaguar.
We're,
That's shut
we're
the
never
fuck
gonna
up.
forget this. I think
how
you
I
just
say
spoiled
it.
me. Like I'm never gonna call this. I'm never gonna call it anything else other than Jaguar.
It's a jaguar.
Sounds like some sort of dancing string or a jerk string, a jerking string, like it's like that jerks.
Just keep making those gestures in front of your face. Just keep
That
doing
jerks.
it. Just fight those dragons. Fight those dragons, Riccio. You just gotta keep jagging that wire, or else those dragons are gonna come and they're gonna maul your face. So you have to
All
fight
right.
them off. Fight
I
them
don't-
off,
I
Riccio.
don't want- okay.
Fight them off.
What are the things you guys did
All
you
right,
play
so-
more multiplayer?
No, but
Kumar?
let me finish. Let me finish this.
Oh god.
You are going to get to that moment, and you will know what I mean by jaguaring.
Okay, that's good.
If you're going for the collectibles, it will happen.
It's not gonna happen.
We'll keep a lookout. All right, so I've been playing a bunch of that.
Show me the running assassination. That's a cool one.
I played a bunch of multiplayer too.
Yeah.
You
What
need to-
level did you get to in multiplayer now?
I think I'm still not very far. I think I'm level 7 or something.
Did
Okay.
you reach the rank of jaguar?
No,
Okay. I'm going to strangle you with some jaguar.
not quite. But anyways,
Yeah.
So that multiplayer it's my first time ever playing Assassin's Creed multiplayer, and I had no idea it was so entertaining.
Yeah.
It's still, I will say this, that it's still a whole lot more fun with you guys,
Yeah.
or with like when Drackle was in our game, like that was awesome too. But it's still fun in its own right too. I mean, it's built well, it works well.
I feel like when you're playing solo, at least whenever I play solo, I always have something else. Like I'm always watching a movie or something, just because I can't seem to I always get destroyed in the worst ways. So to stop myself from getting frustrated playing that multiplayer, I just kind of half-ass pay attention and use it to grind out my levels to get the cool shit, and then I'll
I
pay
really want to
attention.
click that link that says jaguar.
Jaguar, there's a link.
There's 2 of them.
Uh-oh. Fantastic.
I'm not gonna anyway.
Yeah, so played a bunch of that. I also finished up with what is happening right now.
Nothing.
But,
What'd you finish up with, Kumar?
yeah,
So I
continue.
finished up Call of Duty Ghosts, and I traded that for Killzone Shadowfall. So I've
Yeah,
also
alright.
been
So,
playing Shadowfall.
what was your favorite part of Ghosts? And what was
Oh,
your
can I
least
can I talk
favorite
about this
part
now,
of
or
Ghosts?
are we still going to keep this spoiler free?
Yeah, no, spoiler free.
But like
spoiler free.
as spoiler free as you can. I'm gonna say mine in one word:
Okay.
a dag.
A what?
I like the dog.
Oh, Riley.
Yes.
Why didn't you just say Riley?
Why do you always have to complicate things?
You're the one who complicated it.
Kumar.
Devin's just sets a jag off. Jag.
Jaguar.
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 So favorite part in Ghosts, it was essentially like a movie scene. Actually, I guess there's a lot of those, right? in
Yeah.
Ghosts. Crap. How do I do this? Dark outside,
Where? Okay.
climbing-ish,
All right.
All right.
rope,
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I got
glass
you.
cutting.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Feeling it. That
Yeah.
level was garbage because of the frame rate issues when I played it. But
Yeah. Frame rate was shit when I
Was
went
it
through
actually?
that.
Yeah.
Oh
mine,
yeah.
mine worked out well.
Tilting. Fucking
Oh,
Garbo.
okay. So so I will say this: the side to side was a little
Garbo.
wobbly and janky
Yeah.
because
A
it
little.
feels like you're not supposed to be seeing your feet, but then when you look and you see them, it just looks really awkward.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it looks
Yeah.
like they're attached, but they're not.
Yeah.
So, anyways, I liked that mission just because of
It felt really
the
good.
premise. Yeah, just the premise of what it was.
Okay.
And
Did you find that the Ghost Squad was the least stealthy Ghost Squad ever?
well, they have their moments, right? There are times when if you watch their animations, they look really cool, and I mean that's what they did back in Call of Duty 4, right? They did a lot of crazy, like really high profile mocap.
Yeah.
Garbo.
But they've applied the same shit across all of their games now. So I feel like they've started using it less and less and less as they start throwing in like these big like action sequences.
I feel like they're using the stock animations they have from Modern Warfare 4, and they're just like fucking rehashing them and reskinning the person who's
They are.
doing the animation.
They've been doing that for years though. Like they've been doing that since Modern Warfare 2.
Jaguar.
Jaguar.
Okay.
So I finished up with that. I had a
Can
lot
we
of fun
talk-
with Extinction.
Can we talk about a level in that game where you are in a tank and
Sure.
it's like buttered up treads and just the weirdest physics you've ever fucking had?
Because you move incredibly quickly.
Yeah, you move like the fucking tank has NOS and jetpacks built onto it,
It legitimately moves like you're riding a fighter jet.
as well as clipping through shit, which
Yep.
is just real weird.
People should just buy that instead of Need for Speed
Oh god.
Okay,
and
did
just
you
play that mission over and over
Wrong.
again.
Wrong.
did you guys have the
Need
issue?
for Speed's so good.
Did you guys have that issue on that level where you'd fucking be like rolling up to like a point where you have to attack and nothing's fucking there, and then you roll up, you shoot what you have to like blow up, and after you blow it up, everybody comes
Yeah.
pouring out? It's like
Yeah, they were waiting.
Yeah, it's like
They were
the
just
game.
waiting.
All right, you gonna kill our shit. All right, we're gonna wait till you leave to walk out. Look like we're doing something. It's really bad.
It did feel like there were a couple more spots in it that were really sequency, where like it was waiting for you to do something before it progressed.
Shoot the hinges. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um.
But anyways, I mean, again, it was
Use the
good
Wii
enough-
U pad.
hook it up to your PS4.
No, I'm talking the in-game Wii U pad.
Oh, there. Oh my God.
It's
So dumb.
it is a Wii U gamepad.
Kumar, so I have a question for you. Is that you traded in Ghost to get Killzone?
I did, yes.
Now it sounded like you were going to trade Killzone you were done to get Battlefield, but
Yes.
after having played Killzone and Killzone multiplayer, do you think you'll just buy Battlefield separately, or are you still going to go for the trade-in?
I may trade it because what I did with Killzone what I did with Call of Duty Ghosts is I didn't trade it in at like EB Games or something. I hate those places.
Yeah.
So I literally just found a dude who wanted to trade
I found a dude in a
Killzone.
van.
who had a bunch of games in there and you could just pick. No, he didn't like Killzone and he wanted to trade it for Ghosts.
Okay.
So what I ended up doing was I took it and I went and I met with him, traded it, and then I had a buddy of mine switch out my used copy for a brand new copy. So I literally got a brand new copy of Killzone.
Oh wow. Okay.
That's pretty magical.
Yeah, it worked out well. So anyways, that being said, I'm probably going to try to do the same with this when Battlefield is fixed.
Okay.
Because I don't want to, like, I really want to play Battlefield, but I don't want to play it when it's busted, especially because I haven't really gotten into multiplayer yet, and I know that I would.
Yeah.
So I don't want to play it now and then kind of not be able to play it when it's better because something new will be out.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Whether I'm going to keep Killzone or not, I don't think I will, just because military shooters, you really only kind of get attached to one or the other.
If
Yeah.
you're actually going for the plat and you do end up getting most of the challenges that I think you need to get,
Yeah.
you'll
If I
probably
platinum
convert
Killzone, I'm probably going to get rid of it.
Yeah.
Just because I know that from a even if
too
even if
bad.
I wasn't going to, if I had a choice between the two of them, I think I would still enjoy the multiplayer of Battlefield a lot more.
But,
just-
but Killzone's gonna have that co-op awesomeness.
I just
and
picture Kumar doing a gif of like him sliding open a window and just fucking whipping Killzone.
Get out the window.
done.
Just getting rid of this.
He does like in the movie The Mask, how he throws the mask and it kind of boomerangs back in. Well, he throws it out and it boomerangs back in, except for it's Battlefield that lands back.
Yo, that'd be a sick gif. You should get on that.
Imagine if like Amazon has those like Air Drones like 30-minute delivery things now. Just like you throw it and it's outside your window waiting. It just catches it, goes like delivers your new game.
That'd be fucking so sweet.
Redbox, get on this. It's on Canada, I think. Redbox.
Yeah,
Is it
Redbox. It's now in Canada.
Is it
Yeah.
in Canada? Okay, well there
They're
you go.
outside every independent grocer and
Jesus,
every
ridiculous.
Loblaws now.
So
Jesus.
ridiculous.
But they're not like the little red box machines.
Yeah.
They're these big fucking honking things that are like a
You
vending.
don't even really know how they get them into the store.
They're not even in the store. They're like outside the store
Oh,
in the
'cause-
rain.
A lot of the metros have them right by the cash.
I
Or
don't-
sorry, right by the exit.
I
Yeah.
don't even think you can fit the ones that are outside the Loblaws through the door.
Jeez.
It's just, it's like the size of the door. It's fucking massive,
Jeez. That's probably why it's outside.
and like, you know how it says red box? These things legitimately glow.
Is Loblaws only in Canada?
I think so.
Yeah,
It's,
it's,
the founder's name is Bob Loblaws
In
from Wawa.
Nova Scotia.
Okay, I didn't know about blah blah blah. But
Are you kidding? Are you actually
Blah,
serious? His name? I'm not even
I
kidding.
didn't know his name was Bob
Loblaws
Yeah,
from
Bob-
Wawa.
Blah, blah,
but I
blah,
didn't
blah.
know it's from Wawa. though.
Yeah, there's a place in Ontario called Wawa. This is
Yeah,
why
I-
Americans make fun of Canadians
I-
because we have stupid ass names for our cities like Wawa.
I thought
Blah blah
Man,
blah.
I
From Wawa.
I
Say
saw-
it, say it fast. Just go ahead. Bob
Blah, blah,
Loblaws from Wawa. It's
Okay.
fucking ridiculous.
Blah 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 from Wawa. Wawa.
blah blah blah.
Blah
It's
blah
so-
blah. Blah blah blah.
No, it's blah blah blahs.
Blah
blah, blah,
blah blah. Blah
Bob
blah.
Loblaws from Wawa.
From Wawa.
Yeah, it does remind me of what Marbles is in the chat is talking about. The Arrested Development.
Blah blah blah's law blog.
Oh fuck! All right, well that's fantastic.
Canadian is where, hower, water,
another-
and jaguar.
How did he? Okay, yeah, I learned something playing Knack about myself.
There's
Okay.
blah blah.
I'm a little worried about what your
So when I
follow-up
was
statement's
playing-
going to be to that,
When I
Richard.
was playing Knack, a boss would screw me over, and I would go, "How did he?" Now, when I say "How did he?" really fast, my tongue automatically rolls. So I would have like it sounded like my brain was dying. So I'd go like, how did it? And I was like, what? Like, why?
Actually, you know what's
what is
funny?
this?
So MCP has a video of you that he
Yeah,
clipped
that-
and threw it up.
that
And I
exactly.
had no idea what that was in reference to.
Yeah, so that's the thing. Is me going like in the middle of a sentence, and then it happened again when I was playing it for my second like day of trying to finish Knack, and then I realized that my tongue is like weirdly large. That whenever I rolled it differently, it would like compress and start lifting towards like my tongue. It would fuck itself up to do an R sound, and I was like, wow, I gotta say those words either always slower, or think of a new sentence because it just rolled every time, and it was making me sad. Anyways, that's enough of that side shit.
So
What were we
So
talking-
coming back to Killzone. I think Killzone-
why did those R? Was that what those R's were
Yeah.
from?
I think so.
So it's her and were and Jaguar.
Fuck.
It's Jaguar. It's Jaguar.
Somebody's tallying up to punch you in the face one day. That's what there's a tally going on in the chat. I think.
Gamealism.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
So Killzone. Did you play any more single player, Kumar? Or
I did, yes.
Yeah?
So I want to say I'm 4 or 5 missions in.
Okay, cool. You're
Single
almost there. Almost there.
I mentioned this to you guys, I think through a group chat. I just said I just didn't. I don't know. I wasn't feeling the single player.
Yeah.
It just feels so generic. Like Guerrilla as a studio is so
Mm.
good at showcasing their games, and that's
Okay.
where it stops. Where
what
I
game
feel
was
like
this? I wasn't listening.
this is about Killzone.
Killzone.
Oh, okay. All right.
So it's
Mm.
entertaining enough that you can go through it and you can admire what the game is, but I don't feel like I'm having as much fun as I would if I was playing Battlefield or if I was playing Assassin's Creed or I mean most games on the platform look really good as it is. So and yes, Killzone stands out a little bit from a graphical fidelity perspective, but that's about as far as it goes. I find that the gameplay just isn't as fun.
I think I had a lot of fun with the single player because of I really like the combat, but that was just because I would kind of go super ape shit with a lot of things. Like when I started, as I got farther into the game and I started experimenting with like using OWL to then send in and stun a group of people, and then actually use my med packs to then slow motion and kill. Like when I started using everything that I was giving you, even though it was already like you don't need to do that because the game was easy enough on the difficulty mode that it was on.
Yeah.
But experimenting with all the crazy shit you could do.
Well, wait, what did you play it on?
I don't remember. What's the
Anyways, I'm playing it on hard, on the hardest mode, whatever that is.
I
But
think it was maybe it was on hard as well. Whatever mode I was in, if I just like tried to
think it was
face roll through the combat, I could do it because you would die, you just auto revive yourself, and you just keep going because when you revive,
Yeah, that's hard.
you were
I
sort of invulnerable and you were in slow motion, so
Yeah.
it was easy to get through that stuff. But messing around with any of the cool shit made it a lot more fun. But I don't know,
Yeah.
I kind of like the combat of messing with like putting a shield in front of you or sending out the owl to stun or doing the thing where it goes out and shoots people and barely kills anything.
Yeah.
I found the shield
like
was
that.
the most effective thing I
Yeah.
had for that.
yeah, because you can shoot through it, right?
Yeah, you
So-
can shoot through it. So what I do is I just pick like the top of a hill, put the
Yeah.
shield down, or like the top of a staircase,
Yeah.
put it down, and just like shoot into them with a sniper rifle, and rolled through it pretty quick that way.
Yeah.
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 But I will agree.
It's still enjoyable. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I'm not shitting on it or anything. But
No, but I will agree. It's kind of generic in terms like the story tries to do something kind of cool, but they're not. I feel like Guerrilla maybe isn't the best storytellers. They're really
Yeah.
good at nailing the atmosphere and in certain levels doing some really cool stuff with the story for side stories like the little voice thingies. But in terms of the actual full story you're going on with, it's sort of
So
I don't know. Considering the note of how 3 ended, this one was sort of okay.
Alright.
I felt like it was so abrupt in the way that they explained that.
Yeah, the ending of 3.
At least they
in the middle-
explained it.
yeah.
I get it, but at the same time, it's like, man,
Yeah.
it's such a huge deal, and they they talk about it like it's like, oh yeah,
no biggie.
in the last episode of Killzone.
Yeah. So I have an idea. Here's a thought exercise. So close your eyes. Both of you.
I don't know if I agree with what you're
Riccio,
gonna have.
close your eyes. Close your eyes and see. Okay. Close your eyes. Imagine Gorilla
Okay.
and Naughty Dog, but Naughty
You're about
Dog.
to say fucking Jaguar again. I'm gonna punch your throat. Okay.
Naughty Dog writes all the story and puts all the great animations in and everything like that.
Mhm.
And Gorilla does all the atmosphere and some level design and a little bit of fluidity in it.
Okay. Oh.
Okay,
And
but
it's-
even before that, though, I'll stop you there and I'll say, Naughty Dog does a good job of both those things on their own.
I
Why
know.
would
I
they?
was gonna say like,
Yeah.
okay, you're selling me on
Why would
Naughty
they
Dog
even
here.
need Gorilla?
And
for the multi-pass of
Assets.
different
I
visual
feel like
lighting.
Guerrilla is a if you were going to compare first-party studios, it was I guess relative to Sony,
Yeah.
I'd say Guerrilla is a B-level studio.
really,
I'd say so, yeah, just in terms of the quality of the games that they build. Like they don't get me wrong, they build really really high quality games, but if you're going to start tiering it out and adding a hierarchy to who develops at a higher
all
degree
right.
or at a higher pedigree,
List your tier list.
Okay. Well, and I want to say something
well
about.
between those two, I'd say Naughty Dog is a
obviously.
far better developer.
But it's gonna sound really weird. Maybe it's just the way my brain thinks for this stuff. But I hate to compare Guerrilla to Bungie because Bungie is very very fucking good at what they do.
Sorry, I'm gonna quickly tangent you. Did you listen to what one of the head honchos of Bungie said they did?
What?
They said they were like pretty much God's gift to first-person shooters
On the consoles.
on consoles. They were the
That's
ones
so weird.
they were the ones who revolutionized it and made it what it is now.
Yeah.
Actually, that's not true at all. I think Rare is who did that back on the N64 with GoldenEye.
Yeah.
Everybody
So I think
shit all
Bungie
over
can
them for
shut the
that.
hell up
Yeah.
and go eat an asshole.
Bungie was just like the huge popular one that I guess a lot of people would start.
Yeah, but
I don't know.
Rare had such a ridiculous following when they released GoldenEye and then followed up with Perfect Dark. So many people were flipping their shit over what they were able to do on the N64.
Oh yeah.
Rare, I mean, took a shit when they got bought by Microsoft.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it is what it is.
But anyways, no. What I was gonna say is that I feel like maybe not the Bungie, but not to compare to Bungie, but I feel like Killzone is a lot like Halo is for me.
It is.
How the
Yeah.
like the feeling because like I know Halo has an insane storyline and a crazy universe with a shit ton of backstory, but when I tend to play Halo, I just kind of like roll through it, and then you ask me what the fuck happens, and I'm like, okay, well there was
No.
Master Chief, and then we blew up the ship at the end.
There were
There was Master Chief, and then we took out the thing. The brutes are pissed. Oh, there was Master Chief, and now he's stranded somewhere.
And there
Like
was
whatever
some
happens in the middle,
Marines.
I'm just like I don't fucking remember what the hell the story was. And Killzone is like the same thing, but I had like the same feeling going through it, just that
Yeah.
sort of exploration and sort of weirdly going through the levels. But the multiplayer as well is that when I used to play the Halo games, it was very relaxed and sort of just fun to play. I never really felt really competitive, but it still had that feeling of when you do something really good or you do really good in a round, you felt awesome. But when you did shitty, you're just kind of like, okay, whatever. I still had a lot of fun. And Killzone manages to hit that. So I don't know. Like I don't want to say
No,
I
I,
don't know.
I understand where you're coming from with like that feeling of Halo where they're large open areas. It's pretty linear what like the objectives are, but they're large open areas or they're sprawling cityscapes or like the maps feel very Halo-y-esque.
Halo-esque?
Halo-esque.
Nice.
I don't know. I get that feeling that you have, but the multiplayer, I don't like it as much as you guys do.
Like I was telling Kumar, 'cause he was asking it last night. The map he still hasn't played the map that we played that one night, which was the most garbage map. But the maps that Kumar and I actually ended up playing were pretty fucking great, except for one of them that was meant for like 12 players. But
Oh yeah.
that
Yeah,
was
the one that was just.
it's
it was
like
so
an
small.
apartment building, and then it was a 24-player objective game. It was fucking crazy. It was retarded. But no, like even I can't even describe it because like the same thing happened with PlanetSide. Like that one time that we ended up playing with you was like the most garbage thing
It was
ever.
so shit. I uninstalled that game.
Yeah, but
If I had a physical copy of PlanetSide 2,
You'd break it, wouldn't you?
I would make that GIF of me opening a window and just,
Just whipping
fucking.
PlanetSide 2 is really good though. You just gotta play more of it. Yeah. Anyways, I don't know. Kumar, it seemed like we
Anyway.
actually had a decent amount of
Yeah,
time.
we
amount
had
of fun
we had
last
fun
night.
playing it, and I won't discount it for what it is. It's still a great title, and I don't take that away from it. But
No.
it's just not. Even after having played Mercenary, like I enjoyed
Yeah.
Mercenary more than I'm enjoying this.
Single player wise or just everything wise?
I think both, to be honest.
Okay.
And I don't even really know why. Like I don't think I could pinpoint why, despite the fact that I prefer the DualShock 4 to a Vita,
Okay.
and the fact that it runs a lot better on the PS4 than it does on the Vita. I still just enjoyed that one more.
I felt like the Vita, like Killzone Mercenary, actually felt really competitive and good for some reason.
Yeah,
I don't know. Like there was something that whatever it was trying to do competitive wise, and like having those cards everywhere, like there was a constant. It had almost like the Call of Duty of like you constantly felt like you were doing something awesome,
yeah.
and it was like trying to reward you. This one
Yeah.
is more just like relax, sit back, and sort of shoot
Yeah.
things.
But I mean, even again, like coming back to what Sompy said, like if you're looking to pit or not pit two studios together, but if you're looking to have them collaborate, kind of thing, I think if I was gonna kind of put them together, I'd say Guerrilla and potentially Sucker Punch would probably go well with each other, or Guerrilla and maybe even Santa Monica.
Yeah.
Would probably go better together than like I said, Naughty Dog. Not to make them like not to pedestal them or anything, but I don't think they really need anyone's help.
Well, look at The Last of Us.
Yeah, even the Uncharted games, though. People argue that they don't really like the Uncharted games, but they're still made very, very well on both fronts. Like the stories seem to be really derivative of one another, but at the same time, they're still well told.
Kumar, what about Guerrilla Games and that game studio? Just flow or journey with fucking Killzone's lighting.
You realize that there would be no story whatsoever.
It would just be a flower, but the lighting would look so fucking good off the metallicness of everything.
Yeah.
Wait. I know what the title of that game would be. Bright.
No,
Bright.
Go Gorilla,
Bright.
go.
Because you got Flower Flow,
Dots and-
Journey,
Yeah.
and I just picture that game would be like this little like sphere that you're bringing lightness to dark areas, kind of like, what was that paint throwing game?
A paint throwing game? Little Big Planet?
Unfinished Swan.
Unfinished Swan.
Yeah.
So instead of a big white area where you're throwing paint at it,
Whoa,
Yep.
let's not get racist.
it would be just like it'd be like a black area, and you're illuminating it with this ball of light you control with the 6-axis only.
Nice.
Bright Jaguar.
Call it Jaguar. It's a secret hidden Easter egg.
God damn it.
I wonder how long this whole Jaguar thing is going to go on for.
It's fucking how you say it.
Jaguar?
I didn't actually know
Jaguar.
that. Tandyman says that.
So let's study this for a quick second here, one last time.
People are stupid.
So the car manufacturer,
Jaguar.
you know the one I'm talking about.
It's
How
a
do you pronounce
Jaguar.
their name?
Jaguar.
So it's Jaguar?
Jaguar.
Okay. Jaguar.
Jaguar.
Jaguar. Okay.
Jaguar.
Cool.
What's like? I don't understand what's wrong with that.
What
Nothing. I just wanted to double check, confirm with you. That's all. So moving
just
past
talking-
Killzone,
Yeah.
I did play FTL again.
Okay.
I played some more Resogun. By the way, FTL is just, man, that game has captured me so well.
It's eating your soul, eh?
I can't get enough of that game.
Wait, which
I
one?
don't
Resogun
play
or FTL?
both.
Oh, shit.
Starting with
Space.
FTL, like FTL is just it's a game that is so easy to just sit down and play for a bit, pause, come back. That's one of the things that I feel like roguelikes are missing on so many levels.
It's a
Binding of
pause.
Isaac doesn't have a save and continue, and that pisses me off like you wouldn't believe. It drives me crazy because if I'm having a really good run and I have to go do work or whatever,
Yeah.
like I have no choice but to either leave it running, or if my computer has to turn off, then I have to quit.
Yeah,
So,
that bothers me.
Front. And the same thing with Spelunky as well. It'd be nice if there was a save and quit function in Spelunky.
Yeah.
Otherwise, if you want to do a full run, I mean, the fastest run that I've done from start to finish going through hell was like, I don't know, like I think 20 minutes or something.
It's
But-
still a decent chunk of the time. That you
Yeah,
have to
but that
dedicate.
was me speed running it. If you're playing it naturally, that takes me 45 minutes to an hour to do.
Damn.
hmm
That's pretty intense.
But anyways, played those two. What else? Again, Resogun is fantastic. Still loving it. I'm just playing on Master now.
Nice.
So, I get to deal with the crazy revenge bullets that
Yeah,
they fire.
apparently that shit's ridiculous, and you have to show it to us at one point.
Yeah.
Well, I'll be at your place on Saturday, so
Sweet.
you'll get to see it firsthand.
Nice.
But that's a whole lot of fun. It does add a completely different, I guess, layer to the game, to a game that's already kind of complex.
Kumar,
Now you're dodging the enemies and you're dodging their revenge bullets.
okay. I have a question for you, Kumar. You said you're coming by on Saturday, right?
Yep.
Have you been able to try an Xbox One yet?
I haven't. No.
Even like just
Wait,
somewhere
what-
random, or?
What's an Xbox One again? Troll.
Oh, that's weird. Oh no, we're losing Kumar on Skype. Oh, where's he? He's.
No, I haven't actually, but I'm looking forward to checking it out and playing. I want to say that you have almost all the launch titles, don't you?
Well, I don't have like Zoo Tycoon. I just have Dead Rising 3, Forza Motorsport 5, and Rise, which are like
And Killer Instinct too.
yeah,
right?
Killer Instinct.
I'd
So
like
the
to
only
try
exclusive,
Rise and see how
yeah.
that is.
the only exclusive I'd be missing would be Zoo Tycoon, which I
Okay.
may or may not pick up. I'm not sure.
Cool.
If it's on
Yeah,
sale, possibly.
I'm looking forward to checking it out and seeing what all the fuss is about.
Yeah, it's
Xbox on.
fuck you. Don't.
He turned it on by accident last night when he,
Yeah, I
he
was-
was just telling
Yeah,
me
I
about-
heard that.
It's like, man, it's been a week since I've turned my Xbox on, and then I was like, oh no, it turned on. It didn't turn on this time. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't played it in a week, but
It's
That's
still
just
hanging out.
it's
having
still
fun?
hanging out. And the fact I haven't played it in a week is not because it's a bad console. It's just because my multi-platform games that I have not finished yet, other than that, because that was still on the PS3, PS4. I've just sort of
Left alone.
yeah, like no, I've beaten all there is to it, other than like playing some Killer Instinct every once in a while, which I haven't done this week. Yeah, I've been trying to finish more stuff or play more like Battlefield 4 had a double XP weekend or week going on, so I played a lot of that on the PS4. I bought Diablo 3 for the PS3, played a lot of that, and just I was done with what I had on the Xbox One, other than Forza, which I really wanted. Like right now, I'm like feeling like just playing 4 or 5 hours of that shit straight, just because I don't know. I really want to. I don't know.
I hear a lot. I hear that's got some pretty intense paywalls in it though that are weird. Like
Yes, if you want to unlock cars right off the bat.
okay,
If not, you can kind of work your way up to them, and it's just like the other Forzas where you'd kind of spend a lot of time getting enough credits to then get to like the supercars, and then you'd buy one of them, and then you'd be like, yeah, this is the one I wanted. It's kind of like the same thing here, except for now, let's say if you get to the supercars and you just want to buy fucking all of them, then you could spend real money, and that would rack up a lot of cash, I guess.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Anyways, I haven't actually gotten there yet, so I don't know. I could be talking to my ass, but from what I've heard, it's not so bad unless you want everything right away and all the DLC cars right away and everything right away.
if you have no patience.
Yeah, I guess so.
Nice.
But they also did half all the credits for I don't know how long, a few weeks or something, to kind of fix the pricing because credits were kind of crazy. Also, if you have ever played a Forza game before, whether it's Forza 3, 4, Horizon, I think maybe 2 as well, there's a Forza Rewards website which will check your, because all those games had like some online component, or they would report back to Microsoft somehow. And depending on what level your driver level was, what cars you unlocked, how much multiplayer you played, achievements unlocked, hours played, or something, it goes to each game and gives you like a point value.
Oh wow, that's
And then
really
depending
cool.
on which point value you have, it'll straight up give you like 1 million in game, not credits, but money in game, or it'll give you like there are different tiers. Like you get like a car, you get 1 million, you get 2 million, 3 million, 4 million, 5 million, until you just get like a shit ton of money for being like it's like a Forza rewards program. So
All right.
I got I think 1 million or 2 million from it.
Well, that's
which
not
is
bad
pretty
at all.
cool. But 1 million goes a long way in that game because you maybe earn like 4,000 credits or something per race. So 1 million is like skipping ahead by quite a lot. And some people, even if you just played the littlest amount of all of them, you're still like entitled to almost like 3 million credits or something. Like I never played Horizon or 4, but I'd played 2 and 3, and I managed to get like 1 million and just a little like if I play a little bit more 5, I'll get 2 million. So
Oh wow, that's
I don't
pretty
know.
cool.
It's kind of cool, but yeah.
It's a little crazy.
Yeah, I just want to play more of it. The rumble triggers are like a drug, and I want to have that feeling again. So, yeah.
Yo, that's not healthy, bro.
But dude, I gotta have the rumble triggers. Gotta put it in my fingers. I gotta feel it.
You gotta put it in your fingers.
Yeah. Anyways, what else? What else you guys been playing this week?
I also so here are the 2 new titles I suppose that I tried out this week. So I tried out. I was graciously gifted. What is it called? Paranautical Activity
Oh, okay. I
by
thought-
MCP.
Yeah.
And I think it was Riccio. You'd mentioned to me because I didn't know what it was until I played it, but you had mentioned to me that it's like a first-person Binding of Isaac.
Yep.
That is a very accurate statement for the most part.
Cool.
Game is really weird and really messed up, but it had me hooked for a solid couple hours, and it gets stupidly hard. It gets really, really stupidly hard at some points. The furthest I got was I actually got to the last boss, and then the last boss just breaks you and all of your hope. So
I don't think I've ever gotten to the last boss in the game. Every time I've played it was still like in beta, so you kind of go down one of those elevators.
I
and then there'd
think
be
that
nothing.
thing was the last.
Or...
I want to say that was the last boss.
Yeah.
Because
okay.
well, I mean, it's not really a spoiler, but there's a weird little creature face thingy that you see on like the first screen, I think on the splash screen.
Yeah.
That's what I was fighting.
Okay.
And he just destroyed me. It was just stupid.
Yeah, I know I fought like a devil person, like a moth of some sort, like a whale or something as a boss. Like, just a lot of weird shit.
Yeah.
But
there's really weird shit.
It's still really cool. I don't know. I like Twitch shooter games, and that's just pretty much Twitch shooter craziness with like if you would compare it to like Unreal Tournament, picking up the items would be like turning on mutators and all this crazy shit. So that's kind of cool. But I thought it was cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
And then the the last new game that I played. This is what I kind of don't want to talk about, but I figure I may as well get it out in the open now versus having you guys talk it up to being something that it isn't.
I really want you to first read off your.
Can you just start with how many hours you played and how many achievements you unlocked? And then
Yeah,
you can say
sure.
the name? Sure.
So I sunk 9 hours into this game.
Okay.
Actually, sorry, 10 and a half.
Okay.
And I unlocked everything and got all the achievements, and yeah, that happened.
Okay.
This
So
game.
you've unlocked everything. Played for 10 hours.
Yep, 10 and a half.
Okay.
This game is I don't want to talk about it.
Should I read the name off for you in case you can't remember it? You played.
No, it's called I want to say it's called The Secret of the Magic Crystals, right?
Yes.
Is what it's called.
Crystal. Yeah, the Magic Crystal.
This game was gifted to me by our very own Somppi. I do want to start by reading off the messages that he sent to all of us. Somppi, do you have those saved?
I don't, but
I have two of them. I don't think I have Dan's. I have the one that you sent me and the one that you sent Riccio, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hang on. Let me just find it here. Actually, sorry, no, I only have the one that you sent me.
Okay. Well, Riccio, do you have that saved on your phone?
Yes, possibly. I'm just going to see if we can get some gameplay up of.
Ooh.
Oh no. Okay, so while you're doing that, I'll read off the message that I got in the gift message from Steam from Stompy. So he says, "Dear Goombar, is this a dream? Is this reality? Is this an illusion? Is this a fantasy? Is this a mirage? Is this fiction? Is this game over? No, it's real. You piece of shit. XOXOXO. Gangsterisms." He's such an idiot.
And then if I can find mine, which I probably won't be able to see. When did you give this? Oh no. Okay.
He would have gifted this on, I believe.
So he says to me, "Dear Crispy Crunchy, her is your pony shit, you motherfucker. I hope you have a bunch of fun and enjoy the game. I hope it makes you smile and brings joy into your already happy life. Best wishes, King Slamma Jamma Blamma Crunk Monkey Dizzle."
My real concern here is that you and Dan both got really nice messages, and I got like the ridiculous, out of place, angry.
He did call me a motherfucker, to be honest.
He was saying it with love, though.
Okay.
You should see Dan. Dan's is like super nice. And,
Yeah,
like,
Dan's is like, you are a gentleman, and blah blah blah.
let's be
nice.
super friends and like.
Kumar, I'm finally looking at some gameplay of this game that I've never actually seen before.
Okay, what are you watching?
How the fuck did you play this for 10 hours?
What are you watching right now?
A pony when there's arrows that I'm guessing he has to push to do the jumps properly.
Oh, okay, so it's doing training then. Is it like jumping over like a log?
I like the fact that you are clearly knowing technical terminology for this game.
Yeah, there's training involved. Like you have to train your and first of all, they're not ponies, you stupid asshole. They're majestic horses. They're unicorns.
Yeah, this one's a unicorn.
So, anyways, the training here's the worst part. It's all the same across every different type. The training is exactly identical, except for maybe like the background and what you actually have to jump over, or what the horse is actually doing. It's so stupid. And then at the end of it, you get graded based on. So it's got like a what do you call it? Like a Guitar Hero or like a rhythm games kind of mechanic there, where
Hit stuff when it shows up.
yeah, like well, what it'll do is it'll rate you on how accurately you hit the button.
Okay.
Like the arrow keys. So you'll get perfect, good, I think bad, and missed.
Accurately you hit a button.
Yeah, it's really stupid.
Sounds really
This
dumb.
game is made for like 5-year-old girls.
And then it captured your heart for 10 hours.
It really did, and here's why. So I'm sure people are looking at it saying that the game like gave them a fucking aneurysm or something. But the actual
Somebody has a
cool part
let's
about
play of this.
it- I wouldn't ever watch it, guys. You've been warned. Stay far, far away. I've fallen victim to this. I'd rather you guys not.
I'm gonna load it up after this cast now. No.
So the cool thing about it is that as you upgrade so you've got like a barn, a stable, a well. What else?
Please tell us more.
There's something else in there that
A well?
where you That's where you actually like heal your animals.
Heal. Whoa, hold on. Is
Yeah,
there some
because they can
carnage
get sick
ass?
if you send them on too many quests. They actually get sick.
Oh, yes.
So,
Okay.
Do they die, or is it like?
No. They can't do shit when they're ill, and they look really really sad. So you're kind of
Oh, we can read off
you're-
Dan's picture here.
you're pretty obligated to.
All
Keep
right.
them alive.
So Dan's message was, "Dear D Money, I saw this game and read the reviews. It was given a yellow out of green. I thought we could be super friends and rule this magical land. Buckle up, Devin." I think
So again, why did I get the worst one?
I got the middle ground.
Such a jerk.
Well, you always bust my balls, so I thought I would give you some horse balls.
You're such an idiot.
Go on with the description.
All right, so you train your horse and shit, and then it can go into like races and weird competitions, and then win stuff. And so here's where it gets kind of interesting. So where it says magic crystals, right?
Yeah.
The whole premise behind the magic crystal business is that your grandfather. So in the game, you're either a little boy or a little girl.
Okay.
Fitting, right? So your grandfather knew about these ridiculous crystals, and he was banished from his academia because no one else believed him, and this and that. It's like they lay in this really
So
stupid
it's redemption. You are there to redeem your
Yeah.
family's honor.
You're there to prove that he was onto something, right?
Okay.
Your
So-
horse honor.
Again, like I was saying, as you upgrade different parts of like this whole barn of yours, you get access to different quests. Your horses can do different things. You can go on more dangerous requests and shit.
Can you
and
please
then on top of
describe
that,
these more dangerous requests?
so the dangerous requests are like delivering. I don't remember what they are, but like one of them was like delivering delivering milk. They were really ridiculous at first.
That shit
more
is dangerous.
ones-
Where are you delivering this milk? Is it like to a battlefield?
It just
Are
said
you
Magma
going through?
Mountain?
Are you going through a
One of them-
minefield?
One of them said like the neighbor requested that you deliver the mail. It's so stupid.
Kumar,
but-
I request that you deliver my mail,
I'm never
but
playing that game
only
again.
using horses.
I'm never fucking playing that game.
Well, you
again.
aced the shit out of it, so.
I did, but above and beyond that, here's where the draw came in. So here's why I lost half a day of my life to this game.
Okay.
So your horsies here aren't just regular horses. Like they can evolve almost.
Tell us more.
Tell us more, Kumar.
So
Is this why you're excited for this? They're not regular horses.
here's what I have currently in my stables right now. Here's what I have. I
Your
have
stable of
Did you open it up?
horse.
of magic horsies. Yep. So I have a I have a unicorn. Yeah, I have a Pegasus. I have a fire steed, an ice steed, a demon steed, and what was the last one? And a unicorn actually. Those are the 5 that I have.
Okay.
So actually like being able to get the cooler steeds is awesome. And part of why I'm ashamed of this game is not because of the premise of it, but because of what happens once you get those horses.
All right, go on.
Nothing happens when you get those horses. Nothing. You just get to do the same shit. That's it. That's where it kind of just ends.
What's the Metacritic rating on this game?
1 out of 30.
Okay, that's not a proper Metacritic.
Metacritic's out of 100, bro.
It's so stupid.
What is it? Secret of the.
Secret of the magic crystals, I think.
Wow. Secret of the magic crystals. I gotta know.
I gotta say though, the demon steeds and everything look really cool.
So far, the user score is favorable. It's 8.2. Lots of 10s.
No way. That doesn't even make
User
sense.
reviews. No critics have touched this game.
Oh, okay. Thank God.
Shall we read off some of these?
Yeah.
Probably shouldn't, but
Hold on. Let me
go
just
for it.
expand. This riveting game will keep you entertained for hours with mesmerizing graphics and realistic, fantastical
my
gameplay. It truly is a masterpiece to behold. Let your imagination run wild with fantastic rescue missions. Keep your horse happy through grooming, petting, and feeding. 10 out of 10 game that truly needs to be seen to believe.
Oh my God. Yeah, it does need to be seen to believe how.
I never
fucking
thought I
bad
would find a game as profound as Secret of the Magic Crystals.
Who
To anyone who
wrote
thinks that
that?
gaming is not an art form, I would suggest this game. Beautiful visuals, engaging storyline, and intense gameplay come together to form an experience that you'll never forget.
So
Oh my
Kumar,
God. Okay,
Kumar,
I need to address that entire review. I need to address that.
They're all
So-
10 out of 10.
Kumar.
Oh my
So
God.
let me ask you this: if I
Yeah.
made it my mission
Yeah.
to add 4K resolution support for this game,
I would never talk to you again.
I'm talking like ultra realistic fur textures and each hair's individually rendered.
Let me talk to you a little bit more about this. The game is awful. I don't know what else to tell you. The game is so fucking bad. Do you have any idea how angry I was when I realized that nothing else happened? Once you get those.
Did you get sad? Did you like want to?
No,
like...
I got angry. I got really fucking angry, and then I went and played Killzone.
Did you actually level up those extra steeds that you got?
Yeah, I did because I thought something was gonna happen.
Yeah, I did.
How about I read this one? The story and character development are so far ahead of any
There
other
is
game
no goddamn character
or work
development.
of
It's so stupid.
that there would be no possible comparison. This is simply the greatest work of art ever created. This isn't just a game.
These are sarcastic.
This
These
is an
have to be sarcastic.
experience. 10 out of 10 isn't possibly high enough. If any game earned an 11, it's this one.
Okay, I want to read this one. The game has all the scope of Skyrim and the gameplay of BioShock Infinite. Other pony sims have tried, but don't quite pull it off like the Secrets of the Magic Crystal does. Definitely worth a pickup.
Definitely not.
2 out of 3 users found this helpful.
I got a
my
pet
God.
horse. I got a pet horse, which then magically had a pony and another horse with another horse. Now I have a fire horse. Just make sure that you brush your fire horse enough, or it might get sick. This game is legit. All right, that's enough reviews
Yeah,
for that game.
legitimately stupid is what it is.
Fantastic.
It's pretty magical.
So what else?
Well, anyway, yeah, I spent some time. I spent some time with that game too.
Great,
That's pretty great.
great,
Never again, like I said.
great.
Thank you, Sompy, for that gag gift.
Gag gift that turned into 10 hours. You want what's magical? I
What's
paid
up?
$1 for that. It was
Yeah, it makes
10
me really
cents
angry.
an hour.
That makes me really angry.
You've ruined Kumar's life forever. Now,
Well, anyway,
no wonder he
works.
doesn't enjoy Killzone if he played that sort of fantastic game before it. Fuck.
Yeah,
Nothing else stands to it, right?
them horse graphics.
I will say this though, like in all honesty, the game does legitimately grab you at first if you don't know about its ridiculous lies,
Okay.
and then as soon as you find them out, then you're like, okay,
I
well,
wonder how much money that developer has made.
I'm curious. I would love to know. I would really love to know, and then probably shake their hand because I'm sure it's an amount that would make me
I know
infuriated.
that game is the number one joke gift that gets gifted around, so I'm pretty sure it's making a lot of money off just like people just getting it in their inventory or as a gift and just never playing it.
And being like, what the hell is this?
Or like 5-minute play times or something. Just like what the
Also, I will also say this. It's so bad in the way that it doesn't actually realize where you're clicking in some cases,
Oh,
so you
God.
don't know whether you're doing the right thing or not. So I had to give. So one of my, I think it was the fire seed who actually got sick, and
Oh,
I was giving
God.
him medicine, and sure enough, I clicked his face because I figured you have to give
Medicine
medicine to them.
goes in the face.
Well, here's the thing. Nothing was happening, so I clicked everywhere else. Nothing happened. And then it turns out that because his head sways back and forth,
Oh god.
you have to wait until it sways to
Did you
like the
hit it
exact,
in the eye?
and then you have to like click its mouth. And there's no indicator telling you that you have to click there.
Oh man,
It's so stupid.
that's horrible.
Anyways, Zombie, I fucking hate you.
What else you guys playing this week other than Mist Magic?
That's
Crystal?
That's it from. I got played some Counter Strike, but it's pretty standard for me nowadays.
As I said earlier, purchased Diablo 3 for $40.
Yeah, you like
on a
that?
$20 off sale for the PS3. It made me play more PS3 hours than PS4 hours this week. I'm pretty sure.
Wow.
I have completed that game on normal already, again on the PS3, and I started a hardcore character. I'm almost done Act 1 on Nightmare on my other character.
That doesn't
I'm
have
loving
any.
it.
Does that have any of the like auction house or anything like that?
No, there's no online requirements for signing in, and the auction house
So-
is just gone.
How
I think it's for the better.
Yeah.
how do you think that makes the game actually better?
That game has been fantastic because, like, okay, every time you happen to get like a yellow or I think it's not a blue. Like, if you get a legendary, you have to hit the square to kind of identify it. And every time you have to actually identify something. So if you get a legendary and you do identify, I was a wizard. Everything with that would be like it would force itself to have intelligence on it. So I'd get a legendary, I'd fucking whatever, and it'd be made for my character, and it would just be always actually super epic items. So every time a legendary drops, you actually get super excited. In Diablo 3, when I played it on PC, a legendary would drop. You kind of identify it. You're like, this is not even for my class, and for whatever class it's for, it's garbage. And you're like, fuck that thing. on the console version so far, because of like Loot 2.0, the loot's actually fucking awesome. Like constantly, you'd find items that would just be so much better than what you have, and it'd be awesome. What I do notice though is when I played on PC, there were certain like times where I would go into the auction house and find items which are crazy for my character, and then I'd buy them, and then I'd be like super OP for a little while. You don't get on the console. You don't get that on the console version because you have to actually find the shit. But finding the shit yourself is actually really fun. But not even that. Like, despite all the loot and the auction house missing and all that stuff, for some reason the gameplay on the console versions is actually really awesome. They added the right stick is like a dodge, kind of like God of War style. Your dude rolls away. If you time it perfectly, it seems to dodge attacks and you don't take any damage. Sometimes it still hits regardless. But I don't know. It makes it so much more actiony and kind of fun. And I don't know.
So you mentioned this to me a couple of days back. You're gonna pick it up on PS4
when Reaper Souls
comes out, right?
Yeah.
But okay? So I'm a little confused. I looked up Reaper of Souls just to kind of take a look at what it's all about and shit.
Yeah.
But doesn't it seem like so? And you're probably versed to comment on this, but it seems more like they're just adding to Diablo 3 than they are creating. Like if you look back at Diablo 2. What was the expansion called? Lord of
Destruction.
Destruction?
Yeah.
So Lord of Destruction was pretty serious in what it added. And I kind of got the feeling that that Reaper of Souls seems more like just a little expansion than it does like a whole new.
To be fair, what Reaper of Souls is adding is pretty much exactly what Lord of Destruction did. Like I don't know if they're adding rune words, but they're adding runes into the game. They're adding a new class. They're adding a new act. As well on the PC, it's a bit.
They're only adding one though, aren't they?
Yeah, they're only adding one
just
class.
one act?
Yeah.
Okay.
One act and one class. But they're adding a few more things like challenge stuff and all this weird shit and some new things. Like apparently there's a new mode where you go in and it'll have an arrow pointing to what area you need to go to, and there'll be a specifically really hard mob that you have to kill. Yeah. And if you kill it, you get loot, but then that mob then goes to somebody else in your friends list and gets harder and harder, and then it will come back to you at some point or something fucked like that, like some social aspect. I don't know if that's only consoles rolling on PC, but I read something like that. I don't know what it is. But anyways, they're adding a decent amount of stuff to make it a huge difference on PC. On consoles, we already have Loot 2.0. The auction house is already gone. They're not adding any sort of PvP and stuff, so I don't know. But I'm pretty sure they said Reaper of Souls is at least going to be lower price, and Blizzard expansions so far have been like $39 or I don't know 20. I think 29 is normal.
I thought 39 was the
digital deluxe or something. So it's 29 to upgrade. But you won't get that on the PS4 because the PS4 version is going to be Diablo 3 and the expansion together no matter what, because there's no other Diablo 3.
Yep.
Have they already talked about a price point for it?
No, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be full price because Diablo 3 has never been on that console at all.
Yeah.
It's probably just going to be full price.
Yeah.
But I feel like if ever they do another expansion, which I don't think they'll do with Diablo, they would let it, because I feel like the PS4 could handle like a 20 gig fucking expansion pack.
Oh, for
as
sure.
an upgrade because of the downloads of shit.
Yeah.
So I'd see it being able to be an upgrade if they ever do another expansion, but I don't think they will. But if ever they were to, but the cool thing though is even if you buy, like I bought it on the PS3, if I play the PS4 version, which I'll have to buy for full price because they won't have an upgrade, my characters will transfer over and all that stuff. So that's at least kind of cool.
That's a nice feature. So all the time you're putting in now is not fully wasted.
Yeah. But I think Reaper Souls is still going to have the like online login stuff for the PC version. On consoles, it's still just going to be completely local and whatever. What sucks is there's no communication between it. Like you can't see your Battle.net friends and none of that stuff. But yeah, I don't know.
There's no multiplayer on consoles, eh?
Online?
I think there is.
Yeah.
There is?
Yeah, people can drop in, drop out. You can also have 4-player local.
Fucking sweet.
It's pretty crazy. Online, you still have like everybody gets their like whatever loot you see is yours. Like everybody sees different loot. On local, everybody's sharing that loot, so you can have people go up and fucking steal everything and be shitheads. Okay. But yeah, I don't know. It's really crazy. Also, I don't remember if Diablo 3 had like an inventory thing where you had to move shit. I'm pretty sure it did, but I can't remember because on the console version, you just have 60 inventory slots, and it's like in a menu. It doesn't matter how big those fucking items are, whatever. It's just 60 items. And I don't remember how the PC version worked. I'm pretty sure there was like an inventory that I had to keep shit in, like
adjusting it and best fit.
So knowing I could just have 60 items and just roll around was fucking really great as well.
It's pretty cool.
But yeah, no, playing this, it was I was done with Diablo 3 after I made my Witch Doctor on PC, which arguably Witch Doctor is like the weakest class to try to play solo. And I don't know, I tried making another character and I was like, I'm not feeling this game. But buying it on the console, for some reason, the little changes they did were enough to be like, fuck man, this is what Diablo 3 should have been when it originally came out on the PC. Like all the loot stuff, the difficulty stuff, and just there's so much shit that just feels, I don't know better why. I don't know if it's because it's like control and you have direct control of your character and whatever's going on, but it feels really good and I really like it. It's really crazy. Yeah.
Sweet.
That's awesome.
And I'm psyched for that expansion now, which I'm now going to officially skip on PC completely. I'm just going to get it on the PS4.
Nice. Yeah, I'm going to get that on PS4 and see how that rolls. Because I skipped it completely on PC. I had no interest to play it, but...
Also,
and there's no online requirement too, right?
Yeah, there's no online requirement, and the fact that I can pair up with you or Kumar or anybody else, like, great.
But that game, surprisingly, okay, coming from the PS4, and then going back to the PS3, Diablo 3 runs at 60 frames on the PS3.
What?
Which I was like, whoa, this is really weird. It would dip sometimes whenever you were like, as a wizard, I'd be blowing up people, and then their pieces would be flying, and then they wouldn't have landed yet, and I was already blowing up more people, so it was just like, I don't know what to do with these physics. But
too many particles.
It wouldn't ever die. It was just like, oh, it's going to 40 now. But I don't know, I was surprised. I was like, man, this game's pretty fucking smooth.
Cool.
But yeah, anyway, I played Diablo 3. As I said on Saturday, I did a little bit of birthday cast, and I played a lot of random stuff. About 2 games I don't want to talk about in particular are Risk of Rain, which is a game that we did a dry run of. I'm pretty sure we did a dry run. Yeah, because we didn't have audio for the gameplay. Anyway, that was a really fucking crazy game when it was back in like beta or alpha or whatever it was when it was on ModDB or something. It was awesome, and I believe Tandyman from the channel gifted that to me. And it has 4-player online co-op.
It's like drop in, drop out, or
no, you have to like go into a lobby and then whatever. But okay, so the game is like a 2D side scroller, and it's kind of like Binding of Isaac, where you shoot things and you get items, and the items will change. Like, oh, now you shoot faster, or now you shoot like weird lasers or something, or you have robots and you can heal them. And there's different character classes, and each one has different spells. But each character you choose, it kind of feels like almost Diablo, because you have things on really short timers, and you can kind of use your spells and like your dives, and your like as a soldier, you kind of can dive roll, but you can also do like a shotgun shot or shoot like crazy stuff. And Tandyman said there's also local co-op. I did not know that.
That's really cool.
But anyway, so you kind of have like these spells that you can trigger really fast, and there's a lot of bosses, and the game starts on easy mode. And the more time you spend, the harder it gets, and the harder it gets, and the harder it gets, and people have more health. It seems like more shit just spawns on you, and you kind of die. But the whole point of the thing is to get to the end of the level, find a teleporter, trigger it, then it spawns a shit ton of people. You have to kill everybody on the map, and then you can teleport out of it, including a boss that'll spawn. And I tried that during that Saturday cast, and we did 4-player online co-op. That game is so fucking awesome, and it's like a $10 game on Steam.
Really?
And it's
worth looking at.
It's worth looking at, especially if you have some buddies to play, and it's really replayable. To unlock the characters, you have to do certain challenges. You also, every time you kill an enemy, I think there's a small chance of it dropping its like little bio to kind of learn what it is. And those are really rare drops. The items are also, there's a shit ton that you can try and get, and it's like Binding of Isaac, where some of them are rare, or you won't just find them all in one go. You have to play the game multiple times to find them all.
Okay, yeah.
And that stuff's really cool. As well as trying all the different characters was really sweet. And mixing and matching to see, like, having everybody have like an OP character, and you can have your character class, which is crazy, but then you can find an item which will repair bots, and then around the map there's like broken bots on the ground, and you get money for killing people. So what I was playing is I just had like 8 robots flying around me, and you'd find different ones that had like machine guns, lasers, one that would medic and like heal me and stuff. And by the end of it, I was just rolling around with like fucking bots, and I was just a dude that would repair myself and do some crazy shit. So I don't know, that game was really cool. Risk of Rain was fucking awesome. I also played what was it? It was Contagion. I played a shit ton more Contagion, which is like,
you were casting that at one point.
I was casting that at one point earlier, and it was weird because I played like a team deathmatch version, and it wasn't that.
Yeah.
It wasn't. I won't say it wasn't great. It just wasn't. I didn't know what to justify it as, because it was like deathmatch, and then you die and you were a zombie, and I was like, okay, this is okay. But we loaded it up intending to play like 30 minutes or something, and I ended up playing like, I think it was like an hour or 2 of it. And there was only 3 of us. We were just messing around, but that game is actually really fun. It's imagine a very very like okay, so for some of the game modes it'd be like you're in a neighborhood and you go
Okay.
from you pull out your cell phone and it GPSs you to a house. And then you have to follow this line to be like you got to run over to a house and then there's like NPCs in there just standing there. When you get there, it spawns like a zombie horde that has to kind of a horde, but a lot of zombies that are going to try to breach into the house to kill them, and you have to fight them off with whoever's in the server. Then you got to escort them to a secure spot.
Okay.
So that's the gameplay, but it kind of reminds me of a bit of like what Nether does, but not in a sort of like there's only like 8 players in the server.
All right.
So it's like Nether where you kind of scrounge around, you find ammo, you find guns, you do all that stuff. But somehow because it's like a smaller server, because it's 8 players maximum and all that stuff, I think it's 8 players maximum. The combat feels really good. So imagine Nether if like you would headshot. If I don't know, you can't. Nethers don't really die by headshots, I think. But
Yeah, they do.
Yeah?
They have different hit boxes on the body.
okay, well, imagine Nether if the combat was like not like once they fix it up. I'm pretty sure it'll be like that, but no lag, no like weird disconnect in the shooting. Like there's a zombie coming, I fire, and like you see the back of his head explode like perfectly. There's like no lag and all that shit. And unlike World at War zombies, where you kind of have to shoot a dude multiple times in the face and his face is going to explode, this is like you have no ammunition and you're just, I don't know. The feeling for shooting zombies in the head in that game felt so fucking good that I wanted to play a shit ton more of it.
Like
but
shooting a watermelon.
yeah, you kind of like just good sound
noise?
and it looked good and their face, like you actually have the hole blown out in the back. It looked really cool. Yeah, that game was pretty cool. Contagion was really interesting. It was like $3 during that autumn sale as well. So I'm hoping that if people missed it and it's also one of those early access games, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, okay.
So I'm hoping by the Christmas sale or the winter sale, whatever it's going to be, if it goes back to $3, I would say a lot of people should check that game out because that was also really
For
fucking
sure.
cool.
I'm excited to see what the sales are for the winter sale
Yeah.
because I've got this list that I've kind of compiled in my mind that I either missed on the fall sale or like people have told me after the fact that like that's really good. I'm gonna try and pick up a whole bunch of them. Should be awesome.
Sweet.
Mm-hmm. I feel like there's something else that I played.
Starbound?
You playing?
Oh yeah, I guess I did try. Yeah, okay, I did try Starbound. Starbound's beta came out yesterday.
Yeah, it was yesterday.
Which would be Wednesday. I played a little bit today. One of my buddies, Drackle, which you guys have probably heard his name a lot on the podcast, was like, dude, we gotta play Starbound. We gotta play Starbound. We gotta play Starbound. I'm like, I'll wait on cast. And I was like, hey, you know what? Fuck it. I'll do it. We'll try it. Because for games like Starbound is kind of like Terraria, and at first I wanted to mess around and try to figure out how to get server stuff running, and that game has like really weird configs. Also super beta, so configs are really fucked. But I got the multiplayer server up and running, and that game is pretty much like Terraria meets, at least from what it looks like. It looks like Terraria meets the weird spaciness of Eve. Not like flying in space, but you have like a shitty ship, and then you kind of hit a map, and then there's just like a fucking galaxy of planets.
Yeah.
And you're just like, I want to go to that one. So it's kind of like Spore, where you just kind of like, you go to a planet, then you beam onto it, and there's like different creatures, different shit. And what I didn't realize, but say you're playing, like you've played Terraria, right, Devin?
Yep.
Or Kumar?
Yep.
Okay. You're mining, and you'll be like, oh, that's iron. Well, in this one, there's a little hourglass thing that you can kind of look on. You click on it, and you click on it. So far, there's iron and stuff, whatever. But if let's say you get to a plant, and you're like, I don't know what the fuck this plant does. You hit that, and then he'll look at it and be like, we might be able to make food out of this, or this is a vegetable lookalike thing.
kind
or,
of like
this looks like it'd be tough enough to make armor out of. And then,
kind of gives you little hints.
yeah, so because my guess is later on when there's multiple different planets, you'll get onto planets, and you're like, I don't know what the fuck that thing is, and then you'll mine it or get it, and it'll be like, oh, this is similar to iron, and I'll be able to make like armor out of this or something. But yeah, it's like Terraria, but it's got some decent fixes, like mining stuff. Instead of hitting one block, you kind of hit like a 3x3 block, so you kind of mine really fast.
Okay.
The combat feels maybe a little bit tighter. The animations are kind of cool, but there's a lot of, maybe I just haven't played enough of it to get used to the menus and stuff. But it seems really good, and it's now I think it's open. You can get into the beta on Steam for $15.
Okay.
But, yeah. It looks that I've only played probably like 45 minutes.
Is this
of
going to be
thing.
like the first marathon where I ended up playing a fuckload of Terraria with Dan, just
Yes,
like hanging
this would
out?
be that has that.
All right,
could
great.
do that.
Okay,
I
I'm
don't
down
know.
with that.
I don't know how Terraria it is. I've only played like 45 minutes. I don't know if there's like these weird bosses. I don't know if there's like weird castle dungeon things, or
Yeah.
apparently what you can do is you can get enough resources to summon aliens. And I don't know if Jackal is kidding, but there's like penguins that'll try to kill you too or something. But there's a
That
boss
sounds-
dude that you
You
have
can
to
never
kill.
really tell with Drackle, right?
Yeah, but there's like a boss dude that'll spawn that you have to kill to then get access to other planets or something. So I don't know what.
Okay, this
what the
sounds
game
pretty
has.
intense.
But if the game ends up being what I think, where it's going to be like going from planet to planet, getting different types of resources and doing all that crazy shit. Yeah, apparently there's a story too where I think Draco was saying the Earth exploded, and you're going to collect resources to like rebuild something, or all your resources are going towards a pool of something. I don't know what it is, but yeah. Anyways, Starbound looks really cool. If you're interested and you guys like Terraria for $15, pretty interesting shit. It's gonna have. You can already host servers, and I'm pretty sure you could buy servers if you want, but they'll have premium servers, which I guess is going to be like hosted by them or something. But,
Oh, okay.
yeah, if you guys like Terraria, $15, this game,
Pretty sweet. Sounds good.
Starbound's pretty sick. From what I played, and I haven't played much. I was playing with Draco. I was complaining about a lot of stuff just because I was being a shithead, but it was legitimately
Just
pretty.
shitting on it just because of him.
Yeah, no, just to bother, to annoy him.
Yeah.
But no, Starbound's really fucking cool. I am looking forward to playing more of it, and I hope that there's a lot of depth like Terraria had with bosses and crazy shit and like hard mode of some sort. But I don't know. I'm excited to see what comes out of it. But yeah, okay. I forgot that I played this. I just realized Raptor has it there. I'm gonna talk about it for like 2 minutes.
All right.
I played I don't remember the name. Red Orchestra 2. Not Rising Storm or Rising whatever.
Heroes of Stalingrad.
Yeah, so it's just Red Orchestra 2's multiplayer.
Real dumb.
It's a World War II shooter.
Okay.
It's like 64 players.
Man, Kate, can you remember back in the day when that was a common thing?
Yeah.
Now it seems like future shooters are the fucking
Yeah.
like cookie cutter one, and every once in a while you get a great World War II shooter like Zombie Nazi Army
Yeah.
or
Well, hold on now.
what's that other one where you shot Sniper Elite?
Yeah. Same stuff, same game.
Okay.
But no, Red Orchestra 2, from what I can tell, is like a first-person shooter multiplayer, but it's also very fucking realistic. It's the aim. Okay, it's made by Tripwire, people who make Killing Floor and such.
Yeah.
It has a really weird aiming because there's no crosshair, just like in Killing Floor, except for when you move left and right, it kind of does that like, you know, like on the Wii, when you have the aiming, your gun kind of moves in the screen, but it's not tied to anything.
Yeah.
It kind of does that a little bit. So when you're hip firing, your gun is like pointing off into weird directions and doing some crazy shit. And when you lean to like scope up, your scope's kind of not in the center. You're kind of leaning with it and it's waving. If you have a sniper rifle, you have like that fucking zoomed in thing and you're kind of peeking into it. It looks really crazy. But it's also super realistic. Like there's tank battles where you form squads that are like, one dude's the tank driver. He can't shoot. He can't turn the barrel. He is fucking forward or like fucking rotate and forward. You have a dude who's in the barrel who's just sitting there and just fucking, he turns it and he shoots it. I think somebody has to reload it or somebody can help reload it to make it go faster. You have a dude who's, I think, on the top with like a minigun, because in World War II you weren't like a fucking turret. You're just on top of the minigun. You can get sniped off. If your driver's window gets fucked up, you pop open the top and you move up and you're like looking out to kind of like.
Okay, that sounds pretty fucking great.
There's some really, really dumb but super cool shit. And you can kind of like look around and see other people doing stuff.
That sounds pretty fucking great.
Super interesting. To the point where I didn't even know what the fuck Red Orchestra 2 was. I knew it was a World War II shooter. I was like, okay, whatever. My buddy finally this weekend was like, dude, we fucking come play. We're gonna do this. It's gonna be fun. I'm like, okay, whatever. It's 20 gigs of a fucking download. I was like, okay, let's do this. The most random fun I've had in a while. And it's like, it's a World War II shooter, which for some reason still feels really awesome because it's been so long since I played one, I guess. But yeah, Red Orchestra 2 is really
dumb but great.
Dumb but great, and I feel like with friends, it has that Battlefield thing where with a lot of communication, you can get so much shit done. And there's like violence where if a mortar shell like hits, your limb is just fucking gone. You have to like try to bandage yourself and weird shit.
What the fuck?
But there's a video that he showed me where some dude gets like grenaded and his leg comes off, and like the guy's dead, but there's animations where he's clutching. He's like, ah, like just screaming as loud as he can, like clutching his leg and like twitching out and like fucking dying, and he's just like,
it's a little bit messed up.
I am okay. This game
Can you
is...
mercy kill?
Well, the dude, it's like that player is actually already dead, but it's just playing like a fucking really painful looking animation of him screaming for like a while. But
that's pretty.
And it's cool because apparently they're kind of close to what Killzone does for Warzone. You know, where it's like multiple things. It plays out as a campaign, which will be multiple maps long, which apparently you'll kind of attack, and I think it loads another map. And then if you won, then you're on the defending side, and then you do some crazy shit and it moves on. But what?
It's pretty great.
Oh, it's the war. Yeah. No. Anyways, Red Orchid Studio is actually really cool.
Awesome.
I think it was on sale for really cheap as well during the sale, so that would be really cool to play multiplayer with people. So consider it, maybe Devin or Kumar or something. But yeah.
At this point, I'll probably play anything.
Yeah. Other than that, I haven't really played much else. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, I don't know.
I think that's it. Is that it for you?
Yeah.
That's it for me.
I played
Dan,
more Gravity Rush.
You got anything?
No, man.
All right, great.
Nope, moving.
Dan doesn't talk about
Let's
it at
roll
all.
into some news. What do we got? What do we got for news?
All right, so oh yeah, I forgot about this. So Capcom they have their new Street Fighter coming out, Ultra, which has new characters. So I don't remember which characters it is. I didn't read up on much of it. But they're also adding some crazy stuff like red focus attacks, and when you're on the ground, you can do delayed wake ups. And characters can now do 2 frame lengths instead of single frame. Crazy next level fucking higher up fighting game shit.
Is that Blanca?
Blanca can now do a 2 frame link out of a ball roll.
Great.
Does that really change?
Nope,
his style?
doesn't change my
For
play
us,
style.
God no. If for anybody who is like in really deep into it, like fucking throws the whole world upside down and just like what? Anyways, that crazy new Street Fighter version, which is Ultra, is coming out I believe in June. Early June. For $15 on PS3 and on Xbox 360. The digital upgrade will also be available for $15 on PC at a later time, and it'll also be sold for full price with all costumes for $40 on both consoles, or for $30 as a disc version, I think, or something.
Cool.
But in June is when it's going to come out, apparently. So that's pretty cool. Yeah. Starbound's out. That was a news thing this Wednesday. Go check it out. Battlefield 4 got a patch that got delayed this week, and now it's finally out. It fixed a one-hit kill glitch, which would, with the netcode, let's say, Devin, I shoot you, and then the game rubber bands as the bullets is entering you, it enters 5 times and insta-kills you. So that was fixed.
That explains so much now. Because the only time I played multiplayer last week, fucking some dude shot me with a pistol, and I like insta-died.
Yeah. That would
great.
That was crazy. So they did that, as well as that patch finally came out. I think it came out on the Xbox One as well. I think it's already been fixed on the PC or something, or the patch came out on PC as well. But following that news, China Rising also came out, which is the first expansion pack.
Yep.
If you have premium, you get it now. If not, you have to wait 2 weeks. Then you can choose to buy it separately. China Rising is apparently really good. However, they said they're currently halting all future production on making the rest of the DLCs until they fix the rest of the game, because they are like hearing that everybody's bitching about the quality of that game currently. Because despite the patch they just put out, the game on PS4 at least still crashes out constantly. I think save files are still corrupting. Conquest was still down for a little bit, but I think that was just the China Rising upgrade coming out. But that game is still fucked. The server browser doesn't really work that much. You still can't join with friends. They said they're never going to implement it. Now they said maybe, we'll see. There's a lot of weird shit going on. They're going to try to fix as much of that as they can before they keep working on
Pretty
new
fucked that
map
it's
packs.
so broken.
Yeah, it's sad.
Yeah,
But the sad thing is, like, nowadays when I try to play it, I can get a good 3 or 4 hours straight out of it, and sometimes it won't crash, sometimes it will.
Yep.
But when I'm playing for those 3 to 4 hours, it is so fucking fun. It is so goddamn fun. So once everything's ironed out, and I can play the single player without it crashing out, I'm actually really psyched to play the shit out of that game.
I
Battlefield
really
4
want
is
to play
amazing.
it. I really want to play it.
Like, I can't stress enough how...
You have it, right, Soppy?
Yeah, I own it. I just the only time I tried playing it, it was a buggy, hot pile of shit.
But
It was legit. It was like putting on fresh clothes, and then you walked out of your house, and somebody, EA, so it's just a person with a big EA for a face, taking a big bucket of hot diarrhea and just pouring it in your pants.
Wow.
So it slides down slowly.
I just muted Devin's mic. No, I don't know. Like Battlefield 4 is really fucking
It's
good.
a disappointment.
I can't stress enough how good the game actually is when it's running properly. So once they get everything fixed up, I really can't wait. I really can't wait for playing Battlefield 4 whenever that's all smoothed out and such. Another thing that happened is somebody on Reddit posted a video where he played some Killer Instinct. And Darkside Phil, which is a YouTuber, I guess is the proper word for that.
Yeah, I think
gameplay
so.
commentator or something. He put up some videos of him playing Killer Instinct, and he was like, "Oh man, I kicked the shit out of this guy. This was crazy. Look at this match." Then the guy who he actually played against is like, "Whoa, now, you didn't kick the shit out of me. I beat you pretty much, and you quit." And I was like, "Whoa, wait a second." So then he made a video that had a side by side of his gameplay and then the dude he was against, like the Darkside Phil gameplay, and the multiplayer match, they were doing the same moves, but it desynced at some point. Where, let's say some dude, shitty description, doesn't really have Killer Instinct stuff, but okay, he's playing Sadira, so he jumped up in the air and he shot like a web thing and it missed. On one screen it missed, on the other one it didn't. So on one screen he got pulled closer to the other fighter, on the other one it missed. So he was doing his punches in his combo, but across the screen and not making contact.
Yeah.
So from then on, the game was completely fucking desynced, and like shit was just on one screen he was taking damage, and the other screen he wasn't.
And then it like would sync back up again, and then desync.
But the thing is that what that did is that on his screen he was kicking the shit out of the other dude, while on the other screen he was across the screen comboing absolutely nothing, so getting the shit kicked out of him, really which made him win kind of in his game, but in Darkside Phil's game also won. Like Darkside Phil won, so. It was like this weird desync that fucking made this weird shit.
Does this happen often though, or?
So that's what people don't know, is that a lot of times I've played matches where I've fought and it's getting towards the end and then the game drops. I'm like, okay, well, fucking, I guess the dude left.
Yeah.
But now I don't know if it's like, did the dude leave, or on his screen did he kick the shit out of me faster than I could beat him, and then it just dropped the game, or like what the fuck? Like I don't know what's happening. So I don't know. Now that we know that might exist, people are trying to look into it, but everybody's saying it's like isolated cases and there's just weird shit.
Isolated quotes.
I'm sure what happens is like if your game happens to lag and then misses one of your moves, then it's gonna be fucked. But it's like connection based. I don't know. So I guess we're gonna hear more about it. Maybe we won't. Maybe we will. But
it'll be interesting to see how they try and fix that issue.
Yeah.
Well, I'm guessing they're gonna have to, right? Especially if people are
For sure.
wary of it now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really care.
Yeah, so Gran Turismo 6 came out this week. Actually, it's coming out today. People managed to get early copies or something of it, and they got to the game's microtransaction stuff. So like we were talking about for Forza Motorsport 5 is that you can use coins or credits that you can buy with real money to unlock cars. Gran Turismo 6 is the same thing. So people are complaining about some of the prices. Certain cars are worth $130 of some sort. But hey, the option is there. It's not the only way to buy it. You can also play the game properly and spend, I guess, way more hours, but play the game and still unlock the car. It's just weird to see more games that you pay full price for having that microtransaction thing. Like I know EA, what they would do is like with Need for Speed, be like, hey, give us $8, we'll unlock all the cars for you. In this, it's like there's none of that. It's just, hey, you want this single car, how about you pay a fuck ton of money for it? I don't know.
I feel like it's perpetuating this weird stereotype of I could play this game all the way through and kind of struggle a bit with it maybe, or I could just fucking pay this money and have everything handed to me and then roll through what I need to do.
Yeah.
So it's,
seems like it just kind of defeats the whole purpose.
Yeah, I play games to get that sense of satisfaction or that sense of atmosphere or immersion, but a lot of the time, like games, like racing games or shooters and stuff, is mainly for that sense of satisfaction of, yo, I did a good job and beat this. Yeah. Not so much that I can fucking drop cash in it and be like, I got everything, swag. Like it.
So like Razor Sword in the chat actually brings up is that what sucks is in the microtransactions, it's if ever they put up they don't put up walls, but if ever there's things in the code to make it like, oh yeah, no, you can unlock the car, it just takes way longer. We're just gonna give you like 10 credits a race, and it costs like $1 million to fucking do it.
Yeah.
Like when they are literally trying to hinder your ability to make it seem like the best choice is to just go spend the money. then that is super shit.
That's dirty, is what that is.
People like Gran Turismo 6 is out today. I haven't actually looked at reviews. I don't know if it's like that. I'm pretty sure they wouldn't do that to Gran Turismo. Because Shuhei Yoshida, the guy who's been talking about been the PS4 front man for a while and stuff, was talking to people and being like, "Listen, you guys, it's just an alternative way to get access to cars, but the game isn't built around that screwing you over type shit."
Yeah.
I don't know if it is, but it's just crazy to see more games do that, and I'm in a bad way interested in seeing what, because I'm interested in seeing what sort of things like that will appear in other games. Like, would you ever see a microtransaction somehow in like fucking Titanfall for some reason?
Yeah, like you could earn this mech, or you can pay this amount of money to get this, like skin or whatever.
Like if it's skins and stuff, that I'm okay with. But let's say if like the next Call of Duty, for example, you get squad points in this one. Well, it's like, if you need some squad points, you can just buy like fucking 50 of them for $5 or something. Then that gets a little bit weird.
That gets a little dirty.
But I don't know. It's just weird. I wonder,
at that point, just pay to win.
Yeah. Like I wonder.
It's Blacklight Retribution.
Blacklight Retribution isn't
that how
really.
Blacklight is?
It's not really
Blacklight's
pay to
not,
win.
Like, it's not pay to win, but they do this really dirty thing of like, you can pay to get this gun, you get it for 24 hours.
So
pay
okay,
a significant
let me
amount
explain
more
this
and
first
get-
though. Is on the PC version, when you get the points for playing matches, you can use the in-game currency to buy a gun permanently, which I have done. But you on the PS4 version, the currency is only good for buying those guns up to 7 days, and then you can choose to spend 10 cents to own that gun for a day, or spend $1 to own that gun forever. But the way they do their stuff is that Blacklight has a very interesting system for the way guns work. You kind of make your own gun out of nothing. You kind of be like, oh, I want a gun that has this foregrip, but has a rifle stock. So it's now technically a rifle, but then I'm going to add like a shotgun barrel to it, and it's going to shoot like weird. Like you can build your own fucked up guns. So if you want to build, let's say, a shotgun or like a sniper rifle, you'd buy a scope. That would be $1 for permanent, like buying it. The stock for that'd be $1, and then like the barrel for $1, and then the clip for $1. So like a gun would be $5, but you'd have it forever. The pricing isn't that bad on Blacklight, but it's shit that they took out the ability to buy a gun forever on Blacklight, because you don't earn much per game in there. Like to buy a gun for 1 day, it's 470 points for us. Say one of the starter things that I have access to right now. 470 points to me is like 3 matches, and there's barely people playing, so it's really hard. It's really hard to get through 3 matches in that game. That's for 1 day. If I want to buy that thing for 7 days, it's like 2,000. So I'd have to pretty much buy a gun, and for those 7 days, fucking use it constantly to get those points back, which is kind of crazy. But it's still very heavily beta on PS4, so I don't know if they'll change that stuff, and it's totally possible. I mean, now seeing people shit on it and be like, whoa, you guys have got to change up the prices or do something. They haven't. I don't think they've patched it since launch, so give them some time. We'll see what happens.
I think there might have been one small balancing patch, but that was about it.
Yeah, but it's a little wonky right now. Yeah.
What else we got?
Anyway, that's pretty much it. Actually, I think for news, there was something that somebody just linked here saying Riot Season 4 LCS contracts stipulate players cannot stream Dota 2 Blizzard games.
So the professional Dota, league players, they sign an LCS contract, which is kind of like.
Oh, okay. Riot from League of Legends is saying that if you're playing League of Legends, you can't play other games.
Correct. So what it's saying is like if you are a professional player and you stream, to have that contract to be recognized as a professional player, you are not able to stream Dota 2 or Blizzard games.
Okay.
You're not allowed to stream other esports.
Okay.
Only your own. But they say there's like a list. So, wow, the World of Tanks, World of Warcraft.
StarCraft 2, Hearthstone, World of Warcraft,
Christ.
World of Tanks, and Dota 2. That's weird. That's kind of crazy. But
that's a big fucking list.
The restricted list is Diablo franchise, StarCraft franchise, Warcraft franchise, World of Warcraft franchise, Hearthstone franchise, Dota 2, Heroes of New Earth, Rise of Immortals, Infinite Crisis, Dawngate, Solstice Arena, Realm of the Titans, Smite, Monday Night Combat, Guardians of Middle Earth, Sins of the Dark Age, Warhammer Online, every other Awesome Knots is one of them. Anything that's a Dota style game. Demigod is a fucking old ass garbage game and you can't even play it. Fat Princess, are you fucking serious?
Lord of Chaos Online.
Are you fucking serious?
Crusher. Warlocks.
Gambling websites, for example, Full Tilt, Poker Stars, Top Bet, Sport. What the fuck? That's really weird.
Any non over the counter drugs I'm just gonna stream myself doing a bunch
Firearms,
of fucking
handguns, or ammunition, or website displaying or related to pornography.
tobacco products.
You can't smoke.
Just seems really fucked.
That's if you're being sponsored. I'm guessing directly by them or something though.
No,
But
that's fucking any like professional league player.
Weird.
are in fact in place. Okay, cool. Legitimate sport, cool thing. Oh, cool. It is really weird, but it seems like that next step to like
Legitimizing it.
not legitimizing it, but taking it as a super sponsored style thing. Like I don't know how shit works in real sports, but I'm pretty sure if you're like an F1 racer and you've got like logos of shit on you, you're not gonna go and like talk shit about those logos while you have it on you. So I know it's completely different because games are meant for fun and stuff. I'm not saying it's a good thing it's happening. I'm just saying it sort of makes sense, but it's also very fucking dumb.
That's really weird.
Yeah,
That's really weird.
as if
What do we got coming out?
I don't know. That's
I don't know.
crazy.
I want to get away from that. I feel like that's a hot poker that I don't want to touch.
You can't have e-cigs. Games coming out next week. We've got games such as Peggle 2 for the Xbox One, which will be $12 actually.
which is an exclusive.
Are you getting it, Richard?
Yes, 100% getting it. I've heard. Okay, so I forget who it is that I follow on Twitter, but somebody who's in the game industry, and he was saying like, man, Peggle 2 nails those musical cues perfectly to make you feel amazing for everything you do. And I was like, all right, you got me. I'm just interested now. As well as something on the PS4, which is called Doki Doki Universe, which a lot of people have been talking about that I don't really know much about.
I've heard some good things
Yeah.
and some mixed things about it.
So I don't know what the hell it is, but it is coming out on PS4, PS3, and PlayStation Vita. Cross-platform craziness.
Cool.
There's that.
And Rush.
Which is a puzzle game that is available on the PC, where you roll a cube around to make it fall onto a glowing cube. Go with you.
That's all.
Yeah, it's a good puzzle game. I make it sound like it's stupid, but it's a good puzzle
Ooh,
game.
Euphoria. What's that coming out on? Vita.
Devin just saw Euphoria in 2 weeks.
Shit.
There's still good games coming out this year, you guys. All right, that's it for releases. Let's move on to YouTube comments for the last podcast. If you guys have any questions in the chat that you'd like us to
Feel free
rescue,
to
read.
jam them onto our YouTube channel.
no, feel free to type them in the chat as well. We will read them.
We
in the
don't
chat.
read chat.
I read chat. Oh my god.
I
You guys
read
are going to see so much Peggle on my channel next week. December 9th, which is the Monday.
Did you say Witcher 3?
Which is...
Which I really want to play.
We've got... I'm going to mess it up. F. Viscut says, there are people who get ganked in Canada, and I thought it was such a nice country. I missed out on the live cast since it was Thanksgiving for me. Anyways, I'm planning on buying...
Wait.
Oh.
Read it. Sorry, say that first part again. There are people who get what in
There are
Canada?
people who get ganked in Canada. So I was talking about when I came back to my Xbox One, I was sort of like really worried coming
Paranoid.
back. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not to speak ill of stuff, but I do go through like a sort of shady neighborhood where there's like twisty
Yep.
turns and like some weird shit where
I got sketched out driving my car. Let's put it that way.
yeah. So walking solo, and the weird thing is, it's like there's those backyards that have like the fences, but it's the fences that have like a sort of gap where you can kind of like just walk out of it. Like it's just two fences next to each other, but they're at different distances, so
Yeah.
they're not touching and you can walk. Anyway, so what would happen is that somebody could like walk out of there and like shank me and steal my shit and just run back into their house, or on the other side, it's nothing but forest kind of shit. So somebody could just come out of
Slender.
a bike path and like fucking murder me and then pull me into the shrubs and then just walk off on the Xbox. So that's what's going through my head when I'm walking home.
You're more worried about them walking off with your Xbox than you are about them
Yeah,
shanking
well,
you.
I could die, sure, but that was an expensive buy. Anyway, yeah, so Canada, I'm not saying that happens often, but it's in my
Still
head and
happens.
I'm scared. So I'm scared of people. Anyways, they say, missed out on the live cast since it was Thanksgiving for me. Anyways, I'm planning on buying a PS4 eventually. As much as the Xbone looks mighty fine as well at some point, but my PS3 still deserves my time. My question to you guys is there any games that you guys have on the previous gen consoles that you haven't finished yet that you would like to finish?
Fuck,
Me,
there was something
I don't
I was
think
playing.
I don't think I have games.
Grand Theft
but
Auto
there are
5.
so many.
You need to finish that.
I have not finished that.
You finished it, Riccio?
I finished Grand Theft Auto 5, yeah.
Okay. I don't
I
think
have
there's
a
any games
lot.
in my library that I haven't finished, but I mean, I know if I looked through the PS3 library, there'd be a whole
Some,
shit ton
yeah.
that I'd probably enjoy.
I would really love to one day buy and play through Resistance 3.
Yeah, I never played that.
I
I think
have.
it's gonna be hard to go back to it now.
Yeah, maybe. But um, there's a lot of games. There's like a lot of the HD collections that I still want to finish. They're like Ratchet and Clank. I still want to go through all of those and try them.
I want to go through all the Metal
Sly
Gears.
4 I still have to finish. Metal Gear 3.
Actually, Riccio, don't you have like an expansive list of shit you haven't yet played?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not looking at anything right now at all.
Yeah, I'm looking at it as well, and it's making me sad again. A lot of like random JRPGs, like Resonance of Fate. I would love to play.
Kunai.
Ni no Kuni.
I want to play that.
If you guys think Ni no Kuni is really sweet, it's actually on sale right now on the PSN for $9 for the next 2 weeks on PSN. So. As well as if you guys want Defiance, there's a PlayStation. How about I bring that up for news, because PlayStation sale is actually pretty fucking sweet.
God damn
if you're in the United States or Canada, so North America.
Don't fucking make me spend money.
So let me go see if I can find the.
Don't you judge me, Kumar.
I'm not judging you.
It's right you weren't.
PlayStation update for this week.
Fuck, I'm gonna have to buy that now.
All right, so PlayStation Store update. The stuff that's on sale actually, because there's a lot of good shit that's on sale for a Christmas thing. I think it's gonna change every week. Some notable stuff.
What's free this?
There's just Grid 2 and whatever. But some notable stuff that's going on sale for a shit ton. Defiance is $2.50.
Wow.
If you have PlayStation Plus, these are all going to be PlayStation Plus prices. If you want Defiance Deluxe, it's $7.50. The New Army of 2, $7.50. What else? Terraria is $3.
Is that out on Vita yet?
No, it's not going to be cross-buy, apparently, I think. Ni no Kuni is also $10, like I said.
Shit.
For those of you who want Final Fantasy 14 on the PS4, Final Fantasy 13 people get into the beta. I don't know if it makes the whole game go to PS4, but I don't remember what that thing was. Final Fantasy 14 is $10 on the PSN, and that does come with a free month to play. So there's that. Collector's Edition is $15 over that, and yeah,
It's pretty sweet.
a lot of good shit. A lot of good shit.
I'm gonna go pick up Ni no Kuni now.
Yeah. All right, so moving on to this, or is there anything you guys would like to finish that you?
Grand Theft Auto 5 is really the one that's really sticking in my throat, because I'm over halfway.
That's the one that's stuck in your throat?
Okay, for my birthday, I played Grand Theft Auto 5 multiplayer, and I had like 10 people that managed to come in. Man, that game, when you get a lot of people who are like listening and doing some crazy shit, that game is fun as fuck. We had a
It'll
death
never
match.
top that night.
No, there was 10 of us in a death match where we made just a fight club, and we were just running like just a pile of 10 people in the physics of Grand Theft Auto, just trying to fisticuffs each other.
That
And it was,
sounds pretty great.
it was
actually.
it was so fucking crazy. And you have somebody drive in with like a car and just fuck it all up, or snipe us and weird shit. But oh man, the carnage you can still have in that game, especially with races and weird shit, when people just like have known that they lost and they just 180 and then just fucking start going backwards on the races and just try to smash into you with the lag and the weird shit going on in Grand Theft Auto. That game is a blast. That game is a fucking blast still. If you get the right people together, it's pretty great.
The skin will always be my hero in that with his car.
Yes, that was pretty great.
The little car that could. Yep. It's
Also,
amazing.
they tweaked a lot of stuff in that game, but it's still really easy to make money and level up, which is fun.
Great.
Really?
Yep.
I want to go
Playing
back
those-
to that, but my PS3 is hanging out in my living room that I don't actually spend a lot of time in.
But yeah, they tweaked stuff. Like we played a death match, and at the end of it, the person who was in first place got like $14,000.
Wow.
When you normally not get that much. Races, you get like $4,000 for coming in like fifth place. You still get a lot of experience as well, and a lot of cool shit. It's pretty cool. Anyways, the next comment on the YouTube thing, we have the woman messes up. Midget Gem Matt. Sorry, I think those are 3 different words. Midget, Gem, and Matt. Anyways, says still loving the podcast. I listen to them while playing Xbox One. It gets me in the gaming mood. Quick question: I've got the Xbox One and noticed how you were saying how good Assassin's Creed 4 was. So I don't know if I should get Assassin's Creed 4 or Need for Speed Rivals. I love racing games, but have never experienced Assassin's Creed, not even gameplay, and I think Need for Speed won't be as good as I'm making it out to be. What should I do? Also, Titanfall download or disc Xbox One?
I would say go with
Let's start,
Assassin's Creed.
start from the top here.
So the
So
first
he's
thought.
wondering about
Should we get Assassin's Creed 4?
or Need for Speed?
Or Need for Speed Rivals?
Assassin's Creed. It's what
Yeah,
I'm saying.
I'd say Assassin's Creed. You're going to get a whole lot of mileage out of. Not
Ye-
that you wouldn't out of Need for Speed, but
Fucking
especially if you
boats.
haven't played Assassin's Creed yet, I think now's probably a great time to
Oh
jump in.
yeah,
I would agree with that.
Go with it.
That being said, if ever one day you think of picking up Need for Speed Rivals as well, I highly recommend it. It is really a lot of fun. However, getting to the final challenges from the cop side right now, that game is really tough. There's also a bit of weird online stuff where you could be in the middle of a match and then a guy quits and then it does host migration and fucks up your race or whatever the hell you're doing, because the game's always online. You can play single player only, but that's whatever.
Dan also agrees. Assassin's Creed.
Yeah. Need for Speed Rivals is really good. You shouldn't doubt yourself on saying it's good, but Assassin's Creed I would definitely recommend because there's a lot more stuff to do, plus a multiplayer and all this crazy shit that you're going to enjoy. Assassin's Creed 4 is probably going to be the better buy for now.
And I'm going to say Titanfall Digital.
Yeah.
Yep. If your internet can handle it, go with the digital.
Seems like a game that people are going to be playing for a long time anyways. So yeah, I think digital probably makes sense. Mind you, even if he buys a physical copy, it's not like it's going to change things significantly.
Yeah, I think that. Well, I'm going disc for that just because I got the deal that I got from E3 or whatever.
Oh yeah.
But I'd say go digital as well because could you imagine playing any other game on your Xbox One, then randomly going Xbox, go to Titanfall, and then just fucking loads up and you didn't even get up?
Yeah,
sweet. Especially if it's gonna be the go-to multiplayer thing. Never having to switch off.
Never having to switch the disc to it would be pretty good.
Fucking go download.
Yeah.
Go download. I think that's it for that one. Raymond Huto, hopefully I didn't mess that up, says, I'm new to gaming. Say a year or less under my belt. I know it's crazy, right? Well, I'm waiting for till the first of the year to get my new gen system. What would you guys recommend getting first? I play anything and everything. I have not played online with any system co-op or multiplayer for more than an hour's time.
Okay, all right. So
this is awesome, actually. By the way, I know you're saying that he started it off by saying it's crazy. I don't think it's crazy at all. But
no, it's
kind of awesome to share in with someone who's jumping in now.
Welcome to gaming.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's going to be magical. If you have Steam, I don't know what you're playing on, but if you have Steam, feel free to add us.
Could you just imagine, even for young people these days, let's say, but imagine people starting at this as their first console generation.
That's pretty fucking insane.
That is some crazy awesome shit. You guys are jumping in at a fucking amazing time.
Yeah, simple as that. Yeah. If you are playing on Steam, feel free to add us on Steam. I'm always looking for. I don't have mine capped out like Riccio. So.
I'm not capped out.
Oh, you're not capped out anymore? Oh yeah, because of all those 5 people additions from the.
Some weird stuff.
Well, feel free to add us on. If you are on Steam, or if you have a gaming PC and you're not on Steam, or even if you have a decent PC at all.
What Dan says. You're about to form how this person thinks of gaming. Be careful.
Okay, well, Steam is a magical thing. It can also be a terrible thing as well.
You spend a lot of money on it.
You spend a lot of money. There's always something called the Steam holiday deals or summer deals, or now they have the fall deals. You can pick up games that you've heard about at the beginning of the year, or even games that you've forgotten. Tomb Raider is one that I've forgotten, but I want to pick up, or I actually have picked up, but I want to play. And you can get really great deals on that. If you're on the console route, feel free to just try multiplayer by yourself and get to know people. I have great experiences from people on the 360 back in the day playing Halo 3 with a guy in Florida who I still keep in contact with. We email once a month and kind of get caught up on that. He invited me to go down to his wedding, but I wasn't able to. So the people you're going to meet online...
ruined that man's life.
No, the people you're going to meet online, some will be terrible.
Most will be terrible.
Most will be terrible. But every once in a while, you will get that great little gem that is wonderful. It's pretty awesome. Yet again, you can feel free to add us on... if you want to meet.
I was going to say, I think you can probably avoid... I'm sure you can avoid a lot of the ridiculousness of the online community by just playing with people who want to play with you.
Yeah, exactly.
If you want to meet some really cool people.
All of us being one of them. And then, I mean, if you take a look at the Steam group, there's a whole lot of people
that are just
in there who I'm sure would want to play with you as well.
I was going to say, I highly recommend my channel for some really cool people to meet. I know a lot of people on my channel end up actually playing with themselves. Amongst us,
they end up playing with themselves.
Yeah.
Amongst themselves, and making some cool friends.
So. I met Douglas through your channel, and I chat with him almost every morning.
My channel is not eHarmony. I just want to point out, you'll make cool friends, not
relationship lovers.
Or maybe I don't know.
You know what? If there's
somebody out there that has that happen, in my channel,
Riccio brings you together, I worry about that relationship.
But to answer more of the question that he was directly asking, say what system should you get first, whether you get a console thing, and I would highly recommend going consoles instead of PC for starting off, because PCs have a whole other whack of shit that if you don't know much about like the weird computer
PCs
stuff, then
or the asshole of the internet.
if you were to get a console right now, if it was between the Xbox One and the PS4, not to talk shit about the Wii U, but you'll find more stuff to actually play properly.
That's really bothering me.
Don't worry about it; it'll click.
I just
But if you're trying to figure out which one to get, if you're super media heavy, maybe you're coming from watching a lot of movies and stuff, and you have cable and all that stuff, the Xbox One is a cool thing for that stuff as well. A lot of people will probably tell you, hey, the Xbox One has a shittier resolution. Hey, Xbox One games run like garbage and look like garbage. No. It looks maybe slightly better, but it still looks slightly worse or whatever, but it's
minimal.
What you're going to see is still going to blow your fucking mind. It's going to be crazy. So the Xbox One is still really good. The online features and stuff are pretty great. Everything, like both consoles require you to pay for online, so no matter where you're going, you're going to have to spend some money to play multiplayer. But you said multiplayer isn't really your thing, so there's that.
Fucking Dan makes a great fucking point.
Yeah.
Potentially even getting a PS3.
Oh, with Plus, right?
With Plus.
Yeah,
Fucking
absolutely.
crazy amount of backlog that you can get with that. Crazy fucking deals you can get with that.
You know
That
what,
is
though?
a great introduction right there. Plus, you can get all the used games from EB Games or GameStop or wherever you are. That's a fucking great idea right
The
there.
thing is, he said that he's been playing stuff for a year, so I'm guessing
Yeah.
maybe if you already own a current gen console or something. If you have a PS3 and you don't have Plus, possibly
Get Plus.
Get
yeah.
Plus.
yeah, I'd recommend doing that for the amount of games you can get for
But I
it.
was gonna say, like, if he did mention right at the beginning that he's picking up a console in January, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
a new gen.
I'd say if you're set on getting a next gen console,
Yeah.
decide for yourself whether you prefer the Xbox environment or if you prefer the Sony environment
Yeah.
first and foremost. And
Yep.
then secondly, I'd say take a look at what's on the horizon too, because right now is probably not the best time to like judge which like I hate the conversation with that people are like, oh, they're gonna be better games on this console versus the other. I
Yeah.
don't think we're far enough into the life cycle to really say either or.
Yeah.
But even if you use the 360 and the PS3 as an example, they both have awesome libraries.
Yeah.
And that's where these two consoles are headed now. So if you're looking for something to jump in, I'd say that's like Dan's suggestion is probably awesome.
Yeah.
Either a 360 or a PS3 at this point, and you'll have a whole lot of choice.
Yep.
If you're set on getting next gen, then I'd say just get a PS4 and Plus.
Well, I would say also, say you've already got a console, because we don't really know your story fully, but say if you've got a PS3 right now, I would say maybe get Plus and you'd go lean towards the PS4 because you'd also get deals and stuff on that end.
Yep.
If you already have a 360 right now and you already have a catalog going on, maybe upgrade and get the Xbox One so that if you ever think of going online, you kind of can share that across both platforms instead of having to then pay for Plus or pay for Xbox Live because
Being a little kneecapped.
But yeah, both consoles pretty much have the same library. The only difference right now would be like Rise, Forza, and Dead Rising versus Knack, Killzone, and then soon Infamous, Drive Club, and such. But on the Xbox, you also still have Titanfall and some stuff. But both consoles are really good. Honestly, they both have fantastic online. They both come with microphones. They both have cameras that can do some stuff. They both have fantastic controllers. They both look really good. They both play really good. They're both a lot faster than last gen systems.
And the sky's the limit where these ones can really go.
And if there's somebody who's gotten you into gaming and you play games with them or you talk to them about games and stuff, maybe see if you can get the same console that they're thinking of getting. Like talk to some friends, talk to some people, so that you don't end up getting something that they hate and then you guys never end up playing together or some weird stuff. But yeah, I don't know
Get an Ouya.
if.
Don't get a new
No, don't get a new yet.
It's the worst $100.
But if you're looking
I've
for us
ever
to
spent.
actually recommend one of them, it's really tough. It's really tough. But
It's not as easy as just like, it's not as cut and dry as it used to be.
yeah. But
I still think it's still think it's so awesome. Like you rarely get to hear about someone kind of jumping into gaming
Yeah. So-
around now. So it's so cool to hear about some man.
Yeah,
I
thank you for
hate-
sharing that. That's,
Yeah, I hate that he thinks that that's weird. I think it's friggin' awesome. I
Yeah.
love hearing about people's
yeah.
first jumping into a console or
Comment
into gaming. Period.
comment next week. I'd love to hear more updates on this.
Yeah,
man.
I really want to hear where this goes and what route it goes. I mean,
Yeah.
ask more questions if you have to, and not even just of us, but like ask the other people who are in the channel.
Yeah.
Like everyone's got their own stuff. So I mean, find out from them if you want further info and
Yeah.
further insight.
Exactly.
And you know about Riccio's exposure to gaming. He's got every fucking console there is.
Yeah,
So.
come ask questions. Feel free to pop into the live channel and just ask questions, and I will.
Absolutely. That's
I'll
awesome.
show
I'm glad,
you stuff.
glad
between
that came
both
up.
of them.
Yeah,
Really glad that came
that's
up.
really fucking cool. That's awesome.
Yeah. So moving on to the next comment question, we've got Andrews Davidson saying, "Alluring cast Unity. I was wondering, as you fine fellows are starting to reach the 100 episode, do you remember any ideas you had for the podcast that you tried or didn't totally get that totally failed? Also, what do you think has been the biggest change in your life in these near 100 episodes?" I'll stop there because there's another question and stuff.
Sure.
So,
Wait, sorry, say that last little part again.
Also, what do you think has been the biggest change in your life in these near 100 episodes?
Oh, okay.
All right, so the first thing that we wanted to try that didn't fucking totally work out was playing games while fucking podcasting.
It was a
They're
cool
so
idea.
That was a great fucking idea, but there was always one person who had no idea what the fuck was going on.
Or
in
the other
podcast.
people would
I
just
will
look
say
at
this.
it.
I will say this. So I've been playing games the whole time,
Yeah.
and I find that it's easier if you're by yourself playing games.
Yeah.
But the second, so for example, if Somppi was playing something,
Yeah.
I was so distracted because I was just watching what he was doing.
Yeah. And then, but the worst thing is that like we were more, I guess, audio centric,
Yeah.
focusing and
Yeah,
try not to.
yeah.
That we weren't, but we were trying to make it be okay for audio listeners. But then we'd kind of comment on like, "Oh, dude, did you see that kill he just did?" And it was like, "Oh, no one can."
See that?
Yeah.
Shit.
But that
Who are
never
we
got-
kidding? We're a video fucking podcast
But
with audio.
one day, what I might do is we'll see. If ever like one day I can record footage of like my cast during that week and then just shit it out onto the corner of the screen and just have it there, just playing to give some people who are just listening like something to look at. But
Single mic, the robot dildo.
The single microphone was also a terrible idea. But I don't know. I'm actually surprised when I hear like, I'm not surprised. I'm actually happy when I hear that a lot of people just kind of like turn on the podcast and then just do other things, and then maybe we'll grab their attention if we mention something or do something stupid. You can kind of look over and be like,
Yeah.
"Oh, okay, that's what I missed." But it's kind of cool. I like hearing like the person who said who listened to it while they played some Xbox One. That's super awesome. That's really awesome.
Yeah,
I like
it's
hearing
pretty
when
fucking
people do
great.
that. It's interesting.
It's just like hearing from people. It's
cool.
great.
But yeah, so stuff that failed. Biggest changes in our life. Well, Dev and I are still in school.
Yeah. We graduated.
We technically graduated, and then we're doing an extra year now. Which
Yeah.
is kind of crazy.
I have a career job.
Yeah,
I got old.
I'm still trying to stream.
Changes in my life.
I met a good friend of mine,
Thank you.
Kumar.
Oh,
I was just gonna say.
yeah, we met Kumar during all this.
We
shit.
met Kumar, and you know what? If we fucking stopped podcasting today, that would be the achievement of my podcast.
I think we technically met each other too because we were
Yeah.
just okay until we're like, let's do this shit. And then
Well, for me,
like,
it
Dan,
was,
we barely talked to that much. No.
It worked out super well for me because I used to see Dan like every other day
Yeah.
or every time we had a shift together because myself and Dan worked with each other back in the day.
Mhm.
So I'd see Dan all the time, but then as soon as we stopped working there, I mean we still kept in touch. It's never like we kind of dropped off, but
Yeah.
it wasn't as common as I would have liked. And then on top of that, he introduced me to Swamps and Raichu, so I got lucky that way.
I consider you guys to be one of my closest friends. So
Yeah. Well, this is
so-
what's weird is if you go back to the first podcast, like I think if you have a lot of startup or podcasts that you think that are like maybe on the way more popular side, like if you look at like Giant Bomb and stuff, like people who've known themselves for years and have like worked jobs together and like crazy background story. We started podcasting and then we like just knew each other from whatever the fuck we talked about in school. And
Yeah.
then like Dan also, we just kind of knew you a little bit through Dustin and like we talked a lot sort of at school, but
now we're like, fuck, like I know
every
Dan, like
facet of our
lives are kind of.
us on a group chat or sharing everything amongst ourselves. So it's
I think it's pretty fucking great, and I really like the fact that this group chat has been able to, like, some days at work I'm super busy and I'm not able to participate as much.
yeah.
But even still, after that fact, I love just reading that group chat and being like, "Haha, Riccio, you're a fucking idiot."
I wonder.
So
Like to anybody who's been watching since the first episode, somebody said I think last podcast they actually caught up and watched all of them.
yeah,
You've pretty much lived alongside us
For
getting
2
to know
years.
each other,
yeah.
which is kind of
Yeah.
weird but awesome.
I've been
But,
here for a year, and I mean
Like I would
almost a year, right?
I would like to
Oh,
listen
more than-
to
more
that
than a
podcast.
year, actually.
Yeah,
Yeah.
more than a year. But I'd like to go to that podcast where we introduced to you because I remember that you had just came over that night and it was like, oh
Yeah.
hey, you're Kumar, cool. And then you just
And
kind
then
of
it just,
like
like,
sat
just
down,
went
Sat
on
down
there.
and podcasted
So
with us.
I would
You
like
were
to hear
wearing a
that.
fucking suit.
Well,
And
that's when I was still working. Oh my god, yeah, I was working
You-
in finance at the time too.
you
so.
fucking rolled in,
We were like,
wearing
who the fuck
a
is
nice
this guy? Like,
fucking
what?
suit, and we just rolled up from school.
Yeah.
So I'm wearing a fucking hoodie and like jeans and looking fucking kind of shady and like a student, and you just fucking
kinda shady.
roll in, suit and tie, and just like perfect mannerism and being all polite and shit and not swearing at me. And like I don't fucking understand. Who were you?
And then we became bros.
And then we became bros, and
it all went downhill.
And that fucking water bottle is still fucking here.
Can we look at that? Is there any way you can bring that over? Actually, no, don't bring it over. Just leave it there. But anyways, there's a water bottle over on top of Riccio's fireplace, and I turn it from the French side to the English side.
Yeah.
Every time I'm at his place.
But what is? I would love to listen to that podcast, see how different things sound.
What episode was that? Was that like 32 or 33 or something?
I guess so. I think so.
I want to say it was in the 30s. It has to have been in the 30s.
Yeah.
Which is kind of weird. Like,
okay, so someone
60 episodes ago.
So somebody like Forever Skeptical brings up in the channel, like I've been with Rico here for 2 years now. It's weird because like,
hey, Forever.
You get that feeling sometimes whenever I stream, because I stream a lot, and when you get some people who like I see names day in day out, like the same people, like a lot of the same people, and I'll you know, to me it just becomes like a normal thing to see those people and talk to them. But then when you realize, like, after a lot of time has passed, you're like, holy fuck, like, it's been, like, 2 years, for example, forever. It's like, and you still show up. Like, that's,
like,
super crazy to me. I don't know. Like, that's...
For me, it makes me happy every time I see, like, just Sarge's name or Forever Skeptical or just the people that I've...
It's naming off his favorites. No,
I'm not naming off my favorites, but, like...
Just kidding.
Like just the people that I see, and like I don't always get to watch your stream, but when I come on, and I normally come on for about 15 minutes, I don't really chat that much, but like I say hi to people.
Yeah.
And when I come on, people are like, Somppi, what's up? Like, how you doing? Like, it just, I don't know. It's
a good feeling, man.
It's kind of weird because I don't have a face to associate to it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's kind of really fucking awesome.
I won't lie. I get sort of excited weirdly sometimes. It sounds fucking, you know, I'm gonna restart the sentence.
Excited weirdly.
Say I'm not using these words. I'm using better words that are better for you guys. And let's say I'm having a night where I'm playing a multiplayer game and it's like everybody get on raid call. And then you kind of get everybody into raid call, and then you're just kind of like, I'm playing something and I'll hear a voice and I'll kind of look over and be like, oh cool, that's what that person sounds like. Like I don't have a mental image for what you guys look like or sound like sometimes, and like it's weird. It's just like this exciting time. Sometimes I'm like, I need to know more about you guys.
Like Drackle. I'm super fucking stoked that I am friends with Drackle. Like, we don't get to talk all the time, but like, I like playing video games with him, and playing Dungeons and Dragons was fucking sweet, and that was kick ass. So
I remember I went back at some older clips, and Drackle's like a dude who I talk to almost every day now, and I went to an older clip where because I had like the chat on screen for some reason. And it was like way back in the old Justin TV days where videos were still 4x3 on the internet. Yeah. It was really fucking weird. And he came in, he's like, hey, and then you had like me going, oh hey, Jack, like trying to say his name or something, like I fucked it up or something, and I was like, man, it's been like 4 or 5 years of that shit. Like, what the fuck?
That's fucking so weird. Awesome. That's
weird, but awesome.
Like,
I don't know what this question
the people that I'm meeting through this, like, it's just awesome. I don't know. It's just fucking
I
great.
think it's an awesome family, personally. Yeah. I just think it's a pretty hilarious group, and we get new people who come in who just fit really well as well. So
yeah, we're talking about you guys too, commenters and stuff from YouTube.
Commenters, people listening to us. Come fucking just add me on Steam. Just add me on anything, any platform, whatever you want.
He will kill you in Nether.
Ping me. I will fucking murder you in Nether, or you can join my bandits. Doesn't matter. Just like, add me on whatever you want, and we can chat anytime. I'm on my PC probably 18 hours a day, so
the biggest change in our
That's kind of sad when I just said that out loud.
The biggest change. What is this?
Is Marbles Toronto based?
Is this Forever? Did you just
Forever?
Did you just link us to you, Forever?
Forever just posted a picture of his face, and now
is that you, Forever?
I can't stop looking at his eyes.
This is weird.
Oh my god!
See, like,
I'm mesmerized.
That's weird, but kind of awesome.
Yeah. Okay. Can you link us
out?
Can you put that verification thing like 2013 05?
This is a weird.
12.
He writes his name on a little piece of paper.
Yeah. Can you do that?
This is a weird thing. Okay.
Do that.
Can I tell you guys a weird story about how somebody became a moderator just because one day?
Was it Moderator Shields?
No. That was no. There's this dude called. Okay, there's a fucked up name that I could never read. And I was like, I don't understand. Then one day he just says Pyramid Head, and I'm like. And it was Pyramid Head written backwards. So I was like, oh, okay, so I just call him Pyramid Head now. Anyway, way back in the day when I was in my old apartment, it was just me and Fike streaming almost every day. We did a horror marathon. I think it was during the horror marathon, and he you fucked that up, Devin.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Anyway, Jesus.
Whoa.
Anyway, there was a horror marathon that was going on, and then he sent a picture, of he was I think he was a muscly dude or something. I forget what it was. I don't even remember. It was also really dumb. And he was like just flexing, and it was like just like his arm or something. I don't remember what the conversation was. And then someone was like, "I bet if he sends a picture of him shirtless, he'll get moderator status." And then everybody started like exploding with that. So he just sends like a picture of himself like just flexing, like super, I don't know, beastly looking. And we're just like, that's really dumb. And then I don't know, for some reason
Just flicked it to mod.
Yeah, we flicked him to mod, so it was just really dumb at that time. But some people that talking about randomly seeing your first picture of somebody, seeing someone shirtless for some reason, is just the weirdest shit.
Yo, I actually haven't stopped staring at that picture forever.
There it is.
Can we just like
He looks like a good dude, man.
Can we put that on t-shirts?
That's weird.
Like his face?
Just like his face, not his body
But
or
I feel
anything.
like here's the problem though. I feel like if we start doing that with forever, then we're gonna have to we should
Everybody.
if we do this, we should get everyone's
Faces.
aliases
Yeah.
or everyone's tagged like their oh my god, why am I forgetting their name? Like what the hell is what do you call a little name, like an internet name?
No.
Why am I forgetting this?
No,
Handle.
forever.
Your handle, yeah. So you get everyone's handle and you put it on like
The
their
Unity
shirt.
All right.
Facebook.
Okay, so I have an idea. Anybody who's listening to this right now who is a regular or not a regular, link
Everybody's just sharing themselves now.
link your name in our comment section on YouTube, and I'm gonna make something, but I need to have your names.
So
Who's
bit-
that sexy beast?
It's a full screen picture of Drackle.
So
This is gonna be weird because I haven't seen Dracula either.
link your
Really?
What?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if I should. So
Seriously?
I know
Do it.
Dracula is
How do you
dusted,
not-
and I don't know if I should mess with.
Okay.
the
I like
Happy
how
Town.
first
I like how
time-
you've bought Drackle a 3DS early because you're a bro and you don't even know the dude.
Okay.
I don't even know what the guy looks
Okay,
like.
the first time I met Drackle, we were fucking on Skype, and I can't remember what the exact video game was, but this was back when I was living at my parents' place, so like right at the beginning of the 2 years.
Yeah.
And we're all just chatting on Skype, and for some reason, Drackle just flicks on his webcam and just says, "Hey, Sompy, what's up?" Look over at my Skype, and it's just Drackle, and I'm like, ah,
Not Alex scared. Like,
Like-
oh, it's you.
like that's what you look like.
Yeah.
Great, all right, awesome. And I think we were like playing D&D or something like that.
Yeah.
It's pretty sweet.
Draco looks exactly like what I thought he would. That's awesome.
He doesn't. Oh, never mind.
Man, we
But,
got some good-looking cats in here. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's
Hmm.
cool though. I mean, bringing this whole thing, like this whole conversation, full circle. It's awesome to be able to do this with the quality of people that we have in here.
Yeah. Yeah. Pretty crazy. Definitely best thing in these 100 episodes. Meeting some pretty cool people. And getting
Yeah.
you guys to meet the cool people that I've already known from Cool People Cast.
Nettie, why are you the most? What? No, nobody's hated here.
No, Nettie.
Who hates? What the hell? Who hates Nettie?
No.
Nettie's got like this
he's
lovable
poop.
name. How can you possibly?
I just want to make a shirt with Forever and then a shirt with Drackle and just like the name in block letter below it.
Podcast 94.
post your selfies.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Please, podcast 94, post your
That is
selfies.
a fantastic idea, Fedo. You were fantastic.
Moving on to Sweet Two's other question part. He says, also on the opposite side,
Wait, sorry. I totally forgot. What was the first part?
the best things in these 100 episodes and
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
ideas
Actually,
we had.
Just to finish on that note quickly. So these guys are finishing up school and going into like their actual careers or going into more full-time work.
Mhm.
I finished up a lot of my full-time work. I'm still in a full-time role, but just in a very different capacity, and I'm actually going back to school as well.
Oh, what are you going back
So-
to school for?
Well, I'm going
Hair-
for my MBA.
Baller time.
Hairstyling?
No,
Hashtag
not
baller
hairstyle.
time.
I have no hair, bro. No. I'm doing my MBA.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Night
So I
classes
got
or during
in-
the
Oh,
day?
I meant basketball.
I got into 3 schools,
I heard
What
NBA.
schools?
which was really surprising because I didn't know like they're.
Did you
so I-
apply
I
to 3
applied at-
schools?
I applied. Actually, sorry, I got into all 4 that I applied to. So I got into Yale, UBC, UFred, and
So how are you doing
UNB.
this Yale thing?
Yale is like a $90,000 MBA, so that's not happening. On
Kickstarter.
top of that, it's a full-time sort of gig, so I just don't want to commit the full year and a half to that and then leave here.
and
so-
leave us.
Well, I'd be leaving everything, man. Like you have to go. They don't have a part-time or
We-
remote option
we
or
are
distance
everything.
education option. That and I don't have 90 grand just sitting around to spend on an education.
Kumar, I'll front you.
What's that?
Like,
I'll front you.
he'll feed you with burgers.
Fantastic.
Just like I fed Riccio
He
today.
fed me with burgers. I didn't want
Got
burgers.
it.
But
I got into Queen's too, which is arguably the best school for the MBA here in Canada.
Oh, wow.
Also 90 something K, which is just fucking ridiculous.
I
But
don't know anything about these places. I've
They're
heard of Yale.
schools. They're schools. They're
yeah,
Let's put it this way.
the
Queens
name.
is the Canadian Yale.
Okay.
pretty much, yeah.
Where's
And
Queens?
then UBC is also very, very well.
Queens and Kingston.
Yep.
And,
And then
you're not
UBC
going to BC, are you?
No, UBC is University of British Columbia. That's literally on the other coast of the country. So we're East Coast. BC is West Coast. Incredibly beautiful place. Like it's just a really, really nice spot to be. But again, very extensive program. One that I don't want to kind of up and leave to go to. So
Where are you going to go?
I'm going to do the entire thing remotely.
Oh, wow,
Nice.
baller.
Cool.
Fantastic. Yep. So I get to stay here, get to do it at my own pace. It's going to take a little longer than I would have liked. But if I double up on some of the courses, then I can get it done quicker.
Great.
Swag.
Yes, sir. So that's my first post-grad degree. So we'll see how that
Damn.
goes.
Damn.
Burrs.
Yep.
Sweet.
I'm done with these undergrads and certs and all that
Well, you're
shit.
done with us? No.
Going on to big boy school.
Damn.
Technically, we're in our like MBA style thing for our program.
I'm not basketball though.
Well, like we're doing
Riccio, it's MBA.
not NBA.
M like Mathieu. Riccio's dumb.
I hate you.
Did you think it was N?
No, I was just messing with you guys.
Oh, okay.
He thought it was
I made the joke earlier, but none of you guys heard me.
Anyways, I digress. So
PS3
continue.
with
What
plus.
was what was the second?
The
what was
other
second part
thing
of the question?
is a little sad, but I'll read it because Andreas, you're awesome. He says also on the opposite side of the death of Mr. Mandela, who do you guys think we see as a huge leader / person / etc. today that we will look back on and realize was actually a big deterrent or the like to humanity, country, or group of people? So who is a huge dude that we're gonna look back on and be like, damn, that guy had a huge impact on stuff? I'm guessing.
To be honest with
There's
you,
a lot of flashes in there.
as terrible
Yeah.
as it sounds, and like kind of being stereotypical here, Barack Obama.
Yep, he's going to be iconic regardless of whether you agree with his stand
his
or not.
policy or not. Like the change he's been implementing in the states and how he has
I know nothing here.
probably pushed the boundaries a little bit more than what should have been done with someone directly after. He was after Bush, right?
Yep.
Okay. Directly after Bush, picking up those pieces that he had to. It's pretty phenomenal.
Not just that, but if you look at the way that he carries himself and just the way that in general that he presents his entire campaign and a lot of what I think he stands for, and this is probably going to be one of the more controversial things I'll probably end up saying, but a lot of what he presents and the way that he presents it is very American.
Yep.
And I don't mean necessarily just from the patriotic perspective, but I mean from what he represents and how he's like, if you look at the subtleties of the way that he is, from just the way that the guy smiles to the way that he speaks, his pauses, everything. I think he represents the country well, regardless of whether you agree with his policies or not.
Yeah, agreed.
Better than Bush. I hope everyone can agree on that.
Oh yeah.
I really, really sincerely hope. And people can have their own opinion about Bush, but man, I hope people at least agree on, for the most part, that he's much more representative of the American people than Bush ever was or ever will be.
Yep.
That's my 2 cents. Not to get too political.
Peter
Other
Mullen-
people, though, I think there's
Molyneux?
too many. There's too many to really sit here and mention. I think.
Peter Molyneux, and I don't.
Pet that horse.
This
Pull
question-
that arrow out. Or
I-
push that.
I
arrow
feel out of
in.
my
Are
element.
you
to answer
playing that
question.
stupid game?
What?
I hope you're not playing that stupid game.
Which one?
Fucking horse game.
The
Crystal.
Journey? No. He was
It's-
talking about
okay.
Fable Journey.
The horse game. Now picture that game with Connect.
Oh my god.
Pet
You have
that
to jump
horse.
up and down or jump side to side to get
Pet
everything.
that horse. It got shot with an arrow. Pull the arrow out, or
Or
you
push
can
it in.
push it in.
Why you gotta do this,
I
Sompy?
don't know.
Why you
It's
gotta
terrible.
do this?
It's Peter Molyneux. It's not me.
Yeah, so I'm not sure I'd answer that question too much, Andreas. I know Kumar gave a good answer, and I guess Devin partly gave that answer as well.
I mean,
Fuck
that's
you,
only
I did
that's only
too.
with regards to one person, though,
Yeah.
right? Like there's
Yeah.
countless others. I want to say that there's a lot of them internationally, and I don't want to sit here and think about names. I'm just too tired.
Exactly.
There's a ton of people who've influenced the world in more ways than we even really give them credit for. And I think those are the people more often than not who are going to be remembered and at least revered for time, for years and years and years to come. So there's no shortage of those people. There's unfortunately a shortage of good people, but people who've impacted the world are quite in excess.
I'm sorry, I don't want to. Never mind. I want to move on to something because people keep posting pictures. So Bronwyn posted a picture of himself.
Hey,
I'm
Bronwyn.
Are there more selfies?
So
Yeah.
I'm not laughing at him. I'm laughing because below that, there's all the pictures that he's linked before. One that has a picture of my face, and then one that has my in-game Rainbow Six Vegas face. And it
I'm a
is
nice guy when you get to know me.
it's pretty great.
What's that star? I want to find out what that star is.
So to continue Andrew Davidson's thing, he says Sompy's star study GRB 080319B. B is in Bravo. AKA, whoa, that's a Michael Bay-sized explosion.
It's a big ass explosion.
That's also named for that thing. So you have to show me that because that looks crazy. P.S. Gonna think long and hard for the next questions for the 100th. For the questions on the 100th episode. This is my warning. Beware.
Jeez.
I got chills
Is
for some
Andrew saying
reason. That's Andrew's, yeah.
Okay.
How creepy do you feel, Rachel, looking at all the faces of all the guys that watch your stream? I don't feel creeped out. It's interesting. Like, I don't know.
Well, I think it's a testament to the fact that, and this is going to sound kind of stupid, but it's like regardless of what someone's appearance is like, it doesn't stop you in any which way.
Oh yeah,
from
no, I could care less.
What was the question?
No, there's no question.
Oh, okay.
But no, the thing is, like, you know how you were saying, Kumar, like, oh, like you pictured Drackle to look exactly something like that.
Yeah.
I feel like I can't do that. Like if people like somebody could talk to me all the time, and then I would be like, I can't even picture your face. Like there's no, like I can't morph.
Yeah, but see, in my defense,
thoughts
the only
and
reason
looks
that I
and-
can even say that is because because I saw that picture.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So I was like, yeah, like now that I kind of see him, like, I don't know, it's weird.
You could
Once
picture
get
that
to-
voice coming out of that mouth or something.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's one of these
sounds
things where
weird.
once you get to know someone well enough, and it's not like I know Drackle too well, but I mean we've had great conversation, and I mean we've played a bunch of games together and shit, and he's a super good guy, and so like when I see if I see someone's face for the first time after knowing them the way that I know Drackle,
Yeah.
it's almost like
Of course.
just subconsciously
Yeah.
you've placed that face to their
Yeah,
name, right?
That's
Or
true. I
like
can see
that voice of that face.
It's yeah.
I guess it's different if someone's like been typing in the chat compared to like hearing them on Skype or hearing them on raid
Yeah.
call. Then I'd be able to maybe piece something.
And we talk to Draco quite a bit, right? So it's a different kind of connection, I think, with him.
And I don't. No, that's a weird thing for me. Okay, well, I don't mean this in a bad way. It's probably gonna come out horribly because you guys know my way with words.
Brace yourselves.
But it's really weird sometimes. Like I remember some like way back in the day. Now I don't care as much. But way back in the day, the first time I Skyped people from my channel and heard people who watched my stuff, two of those people I think were girls, and the rest were dudes. I was like, man, I didn't even, like, to me, and I don't mean this like, oh my god, girls, but I mean this as in like when people talk to me in the chat, it's almost like I don't even associate whether
No,
they're a dude or
they're
chick. I'm just
completely
like,
genderless.
I'm like, oh, that's like, and I don't mean that in a bad way. Like, I just talk to you guys like you guys are whatever human beings. Like, you're awesome no matter what. And then to just like it like kind of, not only was it dudes and chicks on this Skype, but it was just like, man, like I get like this thing, like, man, these are fucking real people, and this is awesome. Like it's just this
These
weird.
are just in my head.
Yeah, these
Yeah.
aren't just in my head. Like this is fucking crazy. Like I don't know.
If we go back and watch all your JTV streams,
like-
there's no actual chat scrolling.
Just talking. Like, yeah, people would be saying stuff.
I'm
but no.
so alone.
Yeah.
2014 is gonna be awesome to see where all this stuff goes.
Oh, this is fucking great.
Anyway, going on to the last comment that we got on the YouTube channel, we've got Blargan Sniper saying, "Sorry, I was unable to buy Zoo Tycoon for you guys. I was going to go to Best Buy
What
and
the-
get it, and some asshat pulled a gun in front of the store, so I just kept driving. Sorry,
Jesus
maybe
Christ.
next time.
What the fuck?
the hell?
America or
Oh
elsewhere?
my god.
That's,
Where was this?
I don't know, Blargan. If you're
Holy shit.
if you're in the
Okay,
chat,
well, Blargan, glad you're okay.
yeah,
first
glad
of
you're
all.
okay. But
Okay, please
where are
don't
you?
die.
Holy shit, that's craziness.
Zoo Tycoon, not worth that.
No,
Drive
we're-
away.
no.
Drive at the
Far
person.
from worth.
Is-
Take him out.
Can you please comment on on this podcast as to
I know Blargan was in the chat earlier. I
like
don't know.
what the like?
Yeah.
Were you just driving to go park and the dude just like pulled out a gun out of his coat pocket, or was he like previously walking with the gun, or maybe the gun was in a case and he dropped the case and the gun fell out, then he picked it up and started waving it
assembling
around?
it and-
Or was this like I'm gonna fucking rob this Best Buy for Zoo Tycoon? Is this like
Yeah.
what the fuck?
All right, I'm trying to find some questions that we got from the chat. If you guys had any questions that I'm about to miss here, feel free to restate them. But sorry to cut you off, though. I just didn't want you talking about guns like that no more. Mr. Versa11
I'm
says...
just more like terrified. Like,
Yeah,
Blargan.
I hope Blargan's okay.
Are you okay?
He was typing over
Yeah.
here. I hope he's typing
Glad
now.
he kept driving. That's for sure.
I don't know if he's still here. Anyways,
Post your selfie, Blargan.
selfie Blargan. That's the only way we'll talk to you now. Mr. Versa said, which should I get, a PS3 or an Xbox 360? His question before, which I missed the actual question. So, should you get a PS3 with PlayStation Plus or an Xbox 360 is what he was asking for.
If you have to pick one, I think I'd say PS3 with Plus.
Yeah, for sure.
I would agree with that as well. You do
But
lose a
if
lot
you
of
can,
those.
if you can afford both, I'd say both consoles have an awesome library.
Is
Yeah.
this a fresh selfie?
No, this is that was Nettie saying it's a selfie first year college guy on the left. So all the way on the left.
Hey, Nettie.
What's up, Nettie? You're right there.
Thumbs up to you too.
Thumbs up to you. That dude's pointing at a cloth.
He's like I cleaned with that.
I like it. This is really interesting. Eh? Like weird,
think this is
weird
pretty fucking
sentiments, but
sweet.
This is awesome. So should you get an Xbox 360 or a PlayStation 3 with PlayStation Plus for Mr. Versa? Definitely PlayStation 3 with PlayStation Plus. As much as you might lose those games once you stop subscribing, the amount of gameplay you'll get from that 1 year for like $50, or
It's
if you just
satisfying.
bought it for $29, if you got some like Thanksgiving stuff, or maybe for Christmas, so the prices will go down again. $30, let's say, or let's say $50. Say you pay full price. $50 for the amount of games you're gonna get, or discounts on games you're gonna get.
It's worth
Yeah,
it.
Is worth it.
Not just that, I think like Richard, he's right when he says like you may stop subscribing, but I think the reality of things is that once you see the type of value you're getting out of it, you're probably gonna be
Stick
sold
with it.
on it for longer term.
Like sure you'll lose. Yeah, for if you're playing the free games, like say you don't. Well, okay. Say you're playing.
mimicking that picture.
Oh, say you're playing like free games, like you get like Infamous and something. And sure, you'll lose it after, but if you paid $50 and you got a full game that you went through, which you probably won't play again after or something, it's yeah, you wouldn't miss out too much. It won't be as bad. Plus, you'll probably want to keep playing if ever you decide to enjoy yourself so much in the PS3 that you upgrade to the PS4 maybe later down the line.
Yeah.
Stuff you may have bought. Anything you actually buy with your money though on PlayStation Plus is still yours. So
Yeah.
and
And
maybe
that-
it'll be cross buy.
Even at discounts.
Yeah,
They're not gonna take back their discounts or anything. So
Yeah,
You what was $400.
His follow-up question is, what games would you recommend for the PS3? The God of War 3 would be really good. Like the
I'd
Naughty.
say the entirety of the God of War series is available on the PS3 now.
That's
so if
true.
you
The HD collection. and
God of
everything.
War
yeah,
Ascension.
they have both collections. They have the PSP collection that was available, and they have the classic, and then 3, obviously, right?
Yeah.
And Ascension. There's 6 games there for you to play if you really want to get the entirety of that series, and then Uncharted and Killzone. And
Uncharted series.
Yeah, Uncharted's everything from Naughty Dog.
Last of
Us was amazing. The David Cage games like Heavy Rain and Beyond are very, very good. Those are a bit more.
they're unique too.
They're very unique. Yeah.
Jason.
Trying to look at some other stuff that I've got here.
Haze. That's a great
Haze is
game.
Garbage. Little Big Planet games are really good if you have other people around.
Yeah.
However, they are a little bit. They're kind of, you'll either love them or you'll hate the shit out of them.
Mhm.
Yeah, the big name ones would be the Uncharted series, the God of War games,
Heavy Rain and Beyond.
Heavy Rain Beyond, Infamous 1 and 2. Maybe you'll enjoy Killzone 2 and 3 if you like shooters. They have some interesting storylines and such there. But
Last of Us is for sure.
Last of Us
Get
for
it
sure.
digitally.
Last of Us, we definitely recommend getting.
Yeah, for sure.
But
There's a lot of I would say that there's a lot of third-party stuff too, though. Like if
yeah.
you're looking for, I mean, think about if you haven't played any of the BioShock games,
yeah, do those.
for
Yeah.
sure check them out. The Assassin's Creed stuff is there too. I mean,
It's pretty good on the PS3 though. There were some frame rate issues with the earlier ones on the PS3.
which ones for the Assassin's Creed games?
Yeah, there
Yeah.
were some.
Oh,
Pretty,
okay.
it was-
I wouldn't know. I haven't.
I would
played-
go if you had the option between the both two of them. I'd probably play those on the at least the earlier ones either on PC or on 360.
Yeah.
They had some pretty janky pretty fucking jankiness on the PS3.
Yeah, a lot of the earlier multi-platform games.
There's a lot of cool fighters and stuff too. I mean, I'd say
Street
Marvel vs.
Fighter.
Capcom, Street Fighter, yeah.
Blanca, the game.
But if these sound good enough for you, Mr. Versa, highly recommend picking one up. And then if ever, once you've tried a few things, maybe you've played some free games on PlayStation Plus, you're always welcome to come back and ask, like, hey, what should we do now? And
Don't forget to
what should I
add
do
us
now?
on PSN.
Yeah,
I
seriously.
might not be adding anybody for the time being, but I'm keeping your request because PS4 games have some fucked ass requirements. for
Well,
multiplayer.
then, fuck Riccio. Add me on PSN.
If you, there's actually a warning to everybody. If your friends list
Kumar,
gets
can you
over 100,
push
it will
mine in there?
It will crash multiplayer games.
Cabby524, right?
Yep.
Sompy?
Yeah, but yeah, a warning out there: if your friends list passes 100 for some reason, it will blow up multiplayer games, including Battlefield, Assassin's Creed, and sometimes Killzone. Although Killzone got patched, and I think Battlefield got
Forever
patched.
skeptical.
You were very excited about this picture. There was another question.
Yeah!
That's awesome.
Fucking
And
wicked!
he's
That's an
doing this
amazing picture.
Stupid flex again.
That's
Son of-
awesome.
Yeah!
You son of
This
a
is
bitch.
fucking great!
Guys, these selfies are hilarious.
This is
Look,
fucking
dude, look how,
amazing!
how
look
is
how
that
happy
thing-
he is, too.
Is
The
that a
guy's so
Walmart
happy.
receipt? Oh, it's stuck to the. Okay, I understand how it's working now. I was like, how'd you stick
Just
a page that
watered it.
big, that big to your arm or whatever? Anyway,
How is he holding it?
yeah, I was like,
in
this is
the air?
confusing.
Okay,
You're a
forever,
superhero.
that made my fucking podcast right there.
Yeah, man, forever wins.
Oh, man.
That's awesome.
Fucking great.
What do we got here?
Such a good dude.
Question: what are your favorite style of suit? I like the Neru style. Bronwyn says. I don't know much about suits.
Two-piece.
Naru style he likes?
Yeah.
Two-piece with 3 buttons is how I know my suits.
The Naru style, like, correct me if I'm wrong, it's just the straight Japanese style, right, that I'm thinking of?
Maybe.
I'm not near my computer, but I want to say like it's got 3 or 4 buttons up at the top, small collar, not one that's bent down. Anyways, I have a good idea of what he's talking about, and they look awesome. If you can pull off a Naru suit, you look choice.
You look choice. I like that sentence.
Actually, Kumar, I need you to come out with me suit shopping.
Sure thing, man.
All right,
Always a pleasure. I love suit shopping.
A longboard. Oh, there's a long. Oh yeah.
Oh,
sweet.
it's sweet.
It's a sick longboard with sick paint
Fucking
job.
awesome.
Like a music note or something on it. Badass. Badass.
Fucking made my night
you guys,
right there.
You guys,
I
you guys
just
have
love how happy the
faces
guys
and
look.
bodies. It's weird. Mr. Rizzo says, "What games do you play on Steam?" Recently, I've not been playing much Steam, but I don't know. That's a tough question.
Add me on Steam if
I
you
swap
got that
things.
too.
I swap games too often to really be able to.
If you want to play Counter-Strike with me,
Counter-Strike.
just play Counter-Strike with
There
me.
you go.
Riccio and I played a great game of Counter-Strike with someone from his channel, and we
Blew his fucking mind.
fucking stomped shit. It's great.
You stomped shit?
Oh yeah, it was just fucking
stepped on people.
yeah. We should kick them really bad.
There's Mr. Rissa, to answer your question, there's a lot of free to play stuff that I'll end up playing on cast sometimes on Steam, but
If you want to find me on Steam, I am Sompy.
I'm
I am
Riccio.
the picture of a
Just post the
loaf of banana
look
bread.
for our group. I'd say just look for Unity Gaming.
Yeah, look for Unity Gaming.
And you'll find not only us, like the reason I'm saying this is because you'll find everyone else within the channel as well. So if there's someone else that you've kind of linked up with or that you want to play games with who you met through the channel, then it's a great place to find them too.
yeah.
Yep, that'd be awesome.
Mr. Rissa, if you're uncertain of what Counter-Strike is, it's a multiplayer. It's a really intense multiplayer game. If you're not used to super multiplayer crazy Twitch shooters, then maybe stay
Oh,
away
has
from that one.
he not played it?
Yeah.
Come play Nether with me.
Mr. Rissa,
I need bait.
message me on Steam or something at some point, because I'll get you a list of some cool stuff that
Yeah.
we can possibly play at some point. I can't think off the top of my head right now. Starbound would be something really interesting to.
I'd say just look through Riccio's library.
Yeah.
And you're bound to find some
Yeah,
stuff.
Starbound is a new thing that came out similar to Terraria and stuff, which is definitely worth picking up. And
Payday 2,
definitely look
that's
some
great.
multiplayer, and that'd be good. Yeah, Payday 2 would be a great one as well.
Actually, if there is someone who wants to play Payday 2 with me, I'm free.
Yeah, PlanetSide 2 as well as your computer can handle it.
Yeah.
But anyways, I think that's gonna be pretty much.
Shall I finish wrapping this up?
Were there any other questions in the chat?
No, I think that's about it.
Yeah, that's pretty much good.
All right.
Yeah.
So, if you guys are listening to us on iTunes, make sure you send in your selfies to Unity Gaming.
Don't do that. That's weird.
That's just a new thing now.
That's really weird.
If you guys feel up to it, post your handle on the YouTube comments. I have a great idea for a project in my head. If you guys are, watching us or listening to us or brailing us on YouTube,
Okay.
I'm trying to think of another thing, and Braille was the only thing that came to my head. Come check out our other videos, or you can also watch my favorite streamer over here, Riccio.
Oh.
He normally streams some days, normally between 10
Just
and...
a warning for people who do watch. The next week will be exams and stuff for Devin and I, so don't expect many streams next week.
Yep.
However,
but Saturday.
But this Saturday, as well as the week next week, once our exams are done, it's motherfucking holidays. Everybody, it's gonna be a shit ton of streams every goddamn day. So many hours. You won't be able to handle yourself.
I'm gonna come over,
get some food,
and get
some
ham jammed with you.
Hot pockets and some pizzas and some easy to drink
Kumar,
drinks.
you should get ham jammed with us.
And there'll be craziness.
I don't know what those are.
Ham jams?
I don't know either.
I don't know what ham jam is. Is it a ham and jam sandwich?
I don't want that on stream.
You.
I'll be every time I end up drinking on stream, the stream ends real early because I get so tired. I'm just like,
because you just get trashed.
you guys need to deal with yourselves.
So if you guys have made it this far, yet again, put your handles in the comments. I have a really cool project that I would love to do. And thank you guys for tuning in.
Just to point out, Nettie is saying don't use his picture. We're not going to be using anybody's picture.
No, we're not. Don't worry about pictures. That was just more of a joke thing.
This was fun.
Don't worry about it. It's more the handle that I'm after. I have a cool idea of what would be wicked sweet. So thank you guys for tuning in to episode 94 of the Unity Gaming Podcast. Yet again, if you want us to read out some questions or comments, or if you just want to say, hey, comments are always a great thing to do, or you can come check us out streaming this live at twitch.tv /RICCIO. That's Riccio. We start normally at about 7 p.m. Eastern on Thursdays. And it's been wonderful. This has been a great podcast, though we have missed Dan. And I have
Dan joined us.
Yeah, he has joined us in chat in spirit. And I have been Sompy.
I have been Riccio.
And I've been Kumar. Thanks for joining us, guys. Always nice to have you guys with us.
I'm Dan.
What the hell is that squeaking? Are you trying to imitate Dan? You realize I'm obligated as his bro to smash you in the face if you're making him sound like that.
Kumar, I will sick so much Jaguar on you.
Oh my god. I don't want to have to deal with that Jaguar, bro.
Thanks for watching and listening, everybody.
So much Jaguar.
Take care, guys.
See ya.
Best wishes. See you guys next week.
Jaguar is the best.
Actually, see you on Saturday. I will be live in the flesh at Riccio's.
Ew.
Take care, guys.
Jaguar.